Good evening. I'm George Herbig, Chief Forecaster, here with Weather Now, Kentucky, and we do have an update for you. We're going to begin our live coverage of a perhaps tornadic night in some portions of Kentucky after we looked at some new data. And of course, the flash flood threat continues throughout pretty much all of Kentucky at this hour, going through the overnight hours here in our home state. I do want to show you the radar here very soon. Let me go ahead and actually go ahead and just pull that on up there. I'm trying to refresh the Facebook dashboard's going really slow tonight, so I'm trying to get that stuff queued up there. We do actually have a current tornado warning in the state for those of you that may be asking about that. We are live on both YouTube and Facebook tonight, as always. So if you don't want to hold your phone on Facebook, you can put us up on your smart TV on the YouTube TV app. Of course, as you're coming into the broadcast, you guys know the deal. You've been around here for a long time. Hit that share button, hit that like button for me. It's not only for us, it's for us to help spread our information out there, to get folks informed, get them up to date, get them, in the know of what to expect. Things are changing here pretty rapidly. We want to make sure we're getting folks the newest information. So real quickly, I do want to just point out we do have a tornado warning in the state here. It'll likely exit the state briefly and then come back in towards southern Hopkinsville. But right now, it's for Hazel, Kentucky. I just want to make it very clear, it's not for Murray, Kentucky. I know I had a lot of people message me. The tornado warning is technically in Callaway County, so you're going to hear the sirens go all the way around. But you can see for yourself, you're not included in that warning box. This is not for you. This is for Hazel going toward Highway 280, and then it'll X out to Tennessee before it comes back in. Go ahead and read the bulletin here on this. This is a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado. It was located 7 miles southeast of Murray, moving east at 45 miles per hour. Radar showing strong rotation. This will be near Hazel, New Concord, and Crossland over the next, now between now and the end of the warning box. Do want to point out that we are also seeing some really strong signatures of rotation just to the south of this, and these are all tracking into south central Kentucky, where the folks keep missing out on the snow, but they keep hitting in on all the severe weather. So again, we are kind of keeping an eye on this. There is a tornado watch out. We have that posted, so if you haven't already, go check that out. I do want to pull out our drawing tool here and just kind of do this for you. If you can't stay in the broadcast the entire time, don't worry. Cherie's actually working on our Twitter tonight, and she's going to get all those warnings posted over there for you. So I do want to pull out our drawing tool here from WeatherWise. Just kind of show you this. So these are kind of just tracking up to in here. So this is kind of the main general focus. The tornado watch actually itself goes all the way up here. But just for like real impact here soon type of thing, this circle is the first circle up here. Again, don't ask me if these current tornado warnings will make it to Bowling Green. We don't know. It's a wait and see game. But we do know that these are tracking toward that area. If they can hold together, absolutely they do pose a threat. If they do fall apart, then that's the best case scenario. So just a heads up on that. I'm sure there'll be questions about that. There always is, and that's very fair. But you guys got to remember, it's impossible to guarantee a tornado before it happens. All I can tell you is the environment does support tornadic activity. What we're seeing is a very high, very, very high shear event with just a small amount of CAPE going all the way up through the atmosphere and the troposphere. And what that's just enough to get the job done for tornadic activity. So once again, if you're tuning in here with us, we have the flash flood threat to worry about for pretty much all of Kentucky tonight. And then we have the tornado watch that is active until 2 a.m. Eastern time. And then we have some backside snow between 3 a.m. to 9 a.m. Eastern time tomorrow. So an absolute roller coaster of I cannot. I won't say this is the most significant event we've ever seen, obviously, but I just can't remember a time where we've had to deal with all these different things on the table at one time. You know what I mean? It's just insane. No, there's not a tornado near Auburn, Kentucky. And I cannot remember where we've had a time where we've had to deal with this. So I do want to show you real quickly. I'm going to pull out to our full display here just so I can show the whole radar. I'm going to turn the radar off for just 1 second here, and then we'll go back into everything. I do want to show you real quickly where the current flash flood warnings are. And there you are with the flash flood warnings. Let me go ahead and also turn on the flood warnings. So we have flash flood warnings and flood warnings that line pretty much 70% of Kentucky. And we do expect that this will only go up through the night. We're not trending down on this. We're going into the second round of this. This has been forecasted really well so far, and everything's going as forecasted, with the exception of the slightly higher tornado chances than originally seen, not only by us, but by the SPC. And so pretty much everything's going as forecasted. We do expect the flash flood threat and the overall flood threat to continue to increase throughout the night. Over here on the, real quickly, I just cannot remember a time where we've seen flash flood warnings stretch from Virginia to Arkansas like this. This is a we use the term incredibly rare event, and this absolutely is an incredibly rare event. We're going from flash floods, severe winds, perhaps even tornadic activity, to snow on the backside. This is wild. So just wanted to put that out there for you guys that may have not seen a whole lot today. Like if you're in Crittenden or Maysville or Cynthiana or Lexington, you just haven't seen a whole lot today. This is truly a wild event that's happening for portions of Kentucky. Okay, now that we got the housekeeping stuff out of the way, I'm going to turn the flood warnings off for now, and then we'll come back to those when the rains start picking back up there. What I want to focus on at this point is obviously the tornado warning that we have going on from Hazel to New Concord to Hamlin. Weather-wise, radar is picking up on rotation from Highway 893 stretching to New Concord. And the rotation signatures are going to look a little bit different tonight. Since we're dealing with a high shear and a very skinny Cape event like Mike Sills mentioned, we're dealing with some different radar signatures than we usually would. So you see how down here, this is a very clear, this is probably this has got to be a tornado on the ground, and it may even be a strong one. But I do want to make it clear that we may see some different signatures, kind of like this one, where we just see a wall of where it gets really bright. And that's because all of the winds are pushing out to the outside of the edge of the storm there. Tornado warning has been updated here. Let's see if anything changed. I don't think anything changed. I think they just trimmed off the backside and made it a little bit wider. That's correct, they did. So this is going to head out of Kentucky and then eventually head up toward Lafayette, Oak Grove, Pembroke, Kentucky, and then eventually track up toward Russellville, toward Bowling Green, so on and so forth, if it can hold together. Again, I'm not guaranteeing that. It's just an if it can hold together. Overall, severe threats stretch all the way from Kentucky down toward the Louisiana and the Gulf down there. So a very long event here. Our concern is only going to be basically this right here. So I want to just draw this once more. Again, using our weather-wise pin here. I don't want to draw this once more. Our concern for Kentucky is right here. It's this line of cells right here. That's it. Once this passes, the severe threat pretty much diminishes, and we're just looking at some annoying winds throughout the rest of the night and the overnight hours. It's these front side cells right here that are attached to this line that we're watching carefully. I do want to pull up, we have an AI that can try to track the chances of a tornado. Now, I know this is very hard to see, but it is kind of peaking up in western Tennessee. Very low chances in northern Kentucky, and that's probably just for that line up there that was through Central City earlier, and a very low chance in southwestern Kentucky. I do want to look at northern Kentucky real quick because it is trying to pick up on something up there. So give me just 1 second. Let's go up here toward Radcliffe, Jefferson County, and Bullitt County because the AI is trying to pick up on something there. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. The AI might be onto something. There's not a tornado warning here right now, but Hardin County, you need to prepare for a potential tornado warning to come out here very soon. Again, we do see a congestion of different winds going different directions here. Not exactly a very pretty or organized cell right here, but I do want to prep Hardin County along I-65 corridor, maybe even going into Nelson and LaRue counties and Bullitt counties, just for a heads up. This may go tornado warning here soon. Let's check the correlation. We do see a correlation drop as well. So again, I do want to just kind of prep this Hardin County area for the potential that a tornado warning may come out within the next 5 to 10 minutes or so. Again, we'll see if that continues. This is the same part of the line that was back towards Central City. So again, it has a brief history of being tornadic. Now, Hardin County is not included in that tornado watch, but again, just want to give you a heads up on that. We do also see some lightning strikes occurring. Also, if this does hit, it will likely go right over my house, so I'll be able to tell you from a POV right here whether this is or not. Just again, a heads up on that. Do I have thunderstorm warnings on? Okay, they do have it as a special weather statement for now. I had special weather statements off. I thought so. I'm going to go back down here to where the actual tornado warning is. I also want to pull up my Twitter on the other monitor here and just kind of take a look. Make sure they haven't warned this and it's just not updated. No, they have not warned it. But again, you could probably argue that Hardin County cell may need a warning. I want to check with our... Again, if you're in Hardin County, this is just a strong thunderstorm for now, but it is trying to strengthen. I want to check. How's the shear up there? There is a pocket of shear up there as well, so this may be going severe warn here soon. for Hardin County, Breckenridge, Meade counties going in toward Bullitt, Nelson, and LaRue counties. But down here where the tornado warning actually is, let's go ahead and take a look back in on the velocities here once more. We do still see a signature rotation there. Let's check into the correlation coefficient there. I don't really see a correlation drop, so if this is something on the ground, it's a very brief spin up at this point. But once again, just want to point out that we do see rotation, not including Murray, Kentucky, but just to the southeast of it. And again, all this will head off towards south central Kentucky over the next couple of hours. So a long night is absolutely in store. I'm probably not going to get into too much about how specific little zip codes look. Again, we've kind of drawn out the main aspects here. I'll go ahead and put up the tornado watch for you, just so you can kind of look at it real quick. I'm going to turn off the radar here for just a moment. Okay, there it is. So here's your tornado watch that's active right now. So for those of you asking about what's the outlook, where's this at, so on and so forth, this is what you need to look at. If you are in red, you are at target for severe weather throughout midnight to 1 a.m. Eastern time. If you're not in red, you're not necessarily in a target. However, Hardin County is north of that zone, that watch, not included in the watch, and we do still see a strong cell up there. So just keep an eye on that. What is this blinking for? Did they update it or something? There's two different tornado watches here. I'm trying to see if they updated it. Okay, so this was 1 minute ago. Did they update it? Did they expand it to the east a little bit? I think they did. Let me... Big lightning strike outside. You're about to hear thunder here soon. And there goes the thunder. I don't know if you heard it or not. I'm trying to see. Did they expand this? No, they didn't. So I don't know what that new part is that this is trying to refer to. Okay, so there's your tornado watch. Once again, if you're in red, you're under that tornado watch. If you're not under red, you're likely not at a severe threat for tonight. However, once again, got to keep an eye on this northern side that's maybe not included in that watch that may be featuring strong thunderstorm activity right now. All right, let's go ahead and turn the watch back off here. Again, that's posted on our social medias if you want to go look at that some more in detail. I want to take a look back in while we're up here in central Kentucky. Again, yeah, we're still seeing. I'm kind of surprised this isn't warned. At least as a severe thunderstorm. All right, go back down here to Hazel, Kentucky. Take a look at this once more here. We'll look from a different radar real quick. So we do still see, so this is what we have to pick up on this. So the tornado signatures are going to be a little bit tougher to spot tonight. Wow. That was a big gust of wind outside. Again, I'm in Radcliffe, where we're looking at this storm up here. That was a big gust of wind. Hello. All right, so again, I want to draw this real quickly for you. Pull out our pin here. What we see is this little notch. See, we have a kind of a notch right there, and then it cuts in and then cuts back. That is heavy. Hello. That is your rotation signature. So that's what we're going to be looking for tonight. Not necessarily the nice big circles that we look for, but again, just those little notches within that line. That's what we're looking for this evening. I'm really surprised they have not warned this. But once again, if you're just not tuning in here with us, we do have severe thunderstorm warnings active from Murray to Linton to Donaldson, Kentucky. And then a tornado warning is active for New Concord, Kentucky, all in the southwestern portion of the state. I don't know if you guys can hear that outside my window, but that is a tough thunderstorm out there. That is a tough thunderstorm out there. And again, I'm up here in Radcliffe for those of you that are curious. I want to say real quickly, thank you to everyone that's liking and sharing the broadcast. Those are the two best ways to support us and to spread our information out to keep folks safe and informed. So thank you for doing your part and sharing the broadcast both on YouTube and Facebook this evening. Thank you very much. Thank you for all those donations. About to hear another thunder strike. There it is. Of course, right when I stop counting. That's how it always goes. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised there's not at least a severe thunderstorm warning on that. So again, this is not technically warned, but Radcliffe, Elizabethtown, Lebanon Junction, Shepherdsville, even up toward Mount Washington, just a heads up, very strong thunderstorm coming up toward your area. Again, just a heads up on that. Morgantown, Beaver Dam, obviously strong thunderstorms just went through your area up there, going toward Litchfield and Candyville. Keeping an eye on that one. Hopkinsville, heads up. Tornado warning for southwestern Kentucky has been canceled, by the way. So again, we're just now looking at severe thunderstorm warnings for Kentucky, but we do have to watch this line back out toward western Tennessee and western Kentucky as that moves east. That's the concern for severe weather tonight, folks. We also still have the threat for flash flooding tonight as 1 to 3 inches of rainfall continues to pour over certain areas in Kentucky. Again, we do still have the flash flood threat to worry about, so just a heads up on that there. So again, no current tornado warnings active at the moment, but we're keeping an eye on it. These will pop up and go down very fast. Pop up and go down very fast. So just a heads up on that. No, eventually, Joe, on YouTube, this will start heading more east rather than northeast. You got a tornado warning on your phone and you're in Brownsville? Are you sure it's not just the watch? I don't see a tornado warning for Brownsville. Let me just double check and make sure. Yeah, I don't see one. So it's likely just a watch that you saw. Libby, I don't see a real severe threat up there in Louisville. I think you're just mainly looking at flash flooding. Watch for Brownsville. I thought so, Dylan. Thank you. Yeah, it sounds pretty hectic outside. I'm going to go take a look real quick and just make sure nothing's happening out there that we're not seeing on radar. Give me just one moment, folks. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Put my camera back on here. Sounds like it's pretty much over now. Very skinny thunderstorm. Very skinny thunderstorm up there for us here in Radcliffe. But it was definitely a puncher, that's for sure. So again, no tornado warnings active at this point, but we're going to remain live here with our coverage because I do expect that we'll see tornado warnings come out and then go out and then get canceled real fast, go out and get canceled real fast. That's the type of thing we're dealing with here. Really quick drop downs and then they'll come back up. Really quick drop downs and they'll come back up. So do not let your guard down, even though we do not see any warnings active at this time. Andrea with the 1,000 stars. Wow. Thank you very much for the 1,000 stars. And everyone else in the star donations. Gary, thank you very much. Dustang, thank you very much. I appreciate all of y'all's generous donations. Yeah, so that's a great question. So all we're worried about for the severe threat, for those of you who want to know when it may be clear from the severe threat, again, you're not going to be clear from the flash flood threat, but when it comes to the severe threat, all we're looking for is this front side. That's pretty much it. So once this front side comes through, then the severe threat pretty much diminishes, and you're going more toward a flash flood threat. So it's just this front edge. That's it. Ricky with the 200 stars, thank you. Jennifer with the 88 stars, thank you very much. Andrew, you know we love doing this, even though, hey, I mean, I'm going to be honest with you guys. If I get a little cranky later, don't get mad at me, please. I think we're going on, trying to think, hour 20 here. Yeah, so it's we're rolling though. We're rolling though. What's the difference between a tornado watch and a tornado warning? Rhonda, thank you for your 200 stars. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. So that's a great question. Tornado watch basically means the ingredients are there. However, it's a wait and see type of game. Tornado warning means an impact is imminent and you need to get to your safe spot at this time. So that's the difference. Basically, think of it like this. And I see this meme everywhere, and it's actually a great metaphor. You have the ingredients to bake a cake. They're in the bowl, but you haven't quite put it in the oven yet. That is your tornado watch. a baked cake you're eating that baked cake. It's happening. It's real. It's happening right now. That's your tornado warning. Louisville, I don't see a severe threat. What about BG? You are under that watch till 2 a.m. Eastern time. Rhonda, thank you again for your star. Another 200 stars. Thank you very much for that. And thank you again to everyone that's sharing and liking the broadcast, both on YouTube and Facebook. I see you guys. Thank you guys a lot. I appreciate that. Power's out near Rineyville. Wind got really bad with torrential rain. Yeah, I'm really not sure why that was not severe warning. That is an absolute ball drop by the National Weather Service out of Louisville. Sorry about it, but it is. That should have been severe warning. We could see those downbursts happening live on radar. And also, I got a report from Cherie on our team who's handling the Twitter tonight for us. Her gutter got ripped off the roof. So I don't know how they missed that one, but at least we gave you guys the heads up that it was coming. Again, for that specific cell, looks like it's beginning of the weekend now. But Barstown, Lebanon Junction, Bloomfield, Mount Washington, heads up. Some nice wind gusts are coming into your area. Again, no active tornado warnings right now, but we do have a severe thunderstorm warning for Hopkinsville to Oak Grove to Lafayette. And this one is the one to keep an eye on because this is the one that has been pulsing up and down with tornadic activity. So a long night in store, folks. We still have the flash flood threat to worry about as well. Don't want to forget about that. Again, a lot of folks are starting to go underwater. I mean, we have rivers overrunning in Hopkinsville, out in eastern Kentucky as well. We have just high water everywhere. Even here, I'm in a high spot. I'm not even in a low spot, and I have water sitting out in the ditch and going over the road in Radcliffe. I mean, it's we haven't even really received as much rain as everyone else has. Did she just send oh my goodness, another 1,000 stars from Andrea, and I hope I'm saying that name correctly. Thank you very much. Becca with the 99 stars, Melanie with the 20 stars, Ashley with 99 stars. Thank you guys very much. I saw someone ask what stars are. Stars are basically a way that you can support us monetarily. We get all of that. So Facebook does not take a cut. So thank you very much for that. We appreciate you. Boone Road near John Hardin High School is flooded. Thank you very much, Emily, for that update there. We really appreciate the hard work. Hopefully you can get some rest soon. Yeah, that's what we do. This is what we signed up for, you know. I love being here for you guys. I really do. Even if I sound cranky sometimes, it's not because of you guys. It's because I can only talk for so long before my voice starts going out. When I'm a baby, guys. When my throat starts hurting, I get cranky. Truly, I'm a big baby. I'll admit it. Exactly, Ricky. Exactly, my friend. Patrick, thank you for your 200 stars. I appreciate that. For a day, we're in the middle of a storm until 1 a.m. Central Time. Do you think it will be expanded? No, I do not. As a matter of fact, once this line comes through, I think a lot of people will start to be dropped because there's going to be way too much rainfall. So once the rainfall really starts to get going, your tornado threat goes down, but your flash flood threat really skyrockets. So different threats tonight. I can't. I'm trying to think. I've been trying to think over the last day and a half or so when the last time we may have seen something like this is, and I just can't think of it. I just can't. The flash flood threats exist over several states. They're stretching over 400 miles. Then you have the tornado threat that's ongoing in that same area where the flash flood threat is going. And then on the backside, we have snowfall to worry about and temperatures that are crashing into the teens in the middle of February are usually one of our calmest months. I mean, this just does not happen. So the verbiage that we used the last couple of days that people criticize us for as a rare event, this absolutely is a rare event. And it's absolutely insane to think of what's happening over to the course of today. No, Sarah, I'm thinking again after the storms pass you, you may be dropped, or after the front line passes you. Let me rephrase that. Jared, this is actually heading more toward the severe threat is for southern Kentucky and central Kentucky. The flash flood threat is for pretty much all of Kentucky. Here goes Litchfield again, trying to do something. Litchfield's always trying to do something. Because oh yeah, because of the flatter land out there, that's always trying to do something special. They're always trying to be different out in Litchfield. Anybody know anybody from Grayson County? They always trying to be different. You know what I mean? And their weather fits them. It's not quite rotating yet, but we'll have to keep an eye on that little tail there toward Caneyville and Litchfield. We'll have to keep an eye on that for sure. Let's go and check back down here on the severe thunderstorm warning that's active out in Hopkinsville to Oak Grove. I don't really see anything happening there. Absolutely, wind gusts are ongoing there, so good warning. But don't see anything tornadic happening there. We'll have to see how this kind of interacts as it pushes east here. The hope is that there's just, but again, there's a caveat. The hope usually is that rainfall takes over, and that will diminish your tornado threat. The only caveat to that is the flash flood threat is tremendous right now. Speaking of which, I want to show you the latest on. I mean, look at the rainfall totals, guys. I mean, look at the rainfall totals. By the way, Western Kentucky before this second branch came in was at 3.5 inches. They are at 5.5 inches. So this line is absolutely dropping a really quick 2 inches of rainfall. A really quick 2 inches of rainfall with more behind it. I mean, look, that's maxed out on the mesonet. The flash flood threat is tremendous right now. Tremendous. That's actually insane. So these are coming down at about 1 to 2 inches per hour right now. Williamsburg, I think the severe threat should diminish by the time that gets to you over there. But again, flash flooding threat will absolutely persist. Rainfall itself is ridiculous. Can you blow that up some? On the mesonet, this right here. Yeah, the only thing that sucks is it goes from like very zoomed out to really zoomed in with one click. So I'll do a little bit at a time here. Here's Western Kentucky, and then we'll go to Central and Eastern. Okay, there's Western. Let's go to Central. And you kind of see bottom Eastern at the same time there. Okay, let's go ahead and look at the northern side. So if you need to, you can go ahead and play that back and watch that part again if you would like. I do want to go ahead and pull up the flash flood warnings real quickly. I'm going to turn off the radar for a second because these flash flood warnings are going to explode the radar. One sec. Hydro. I'm starting to get better at using WeatherWise. This is a phenomenal radar, by the way. If you don't have this, you better get it. So here, again, you have flash flood warning stretching all the way from Virginia to Arkansas. I mean, again, you just don't see this. By the way, the green is the flood warning. So not like the difference between flash flood and flood is more gradual, happens over time, could pulse up and down. Flash flood means an immediate impact is occurring and you are going to flood in certain areas, wherever that warning is. So again, that's the difference between those two. We do expect to see more pink pop up, which is the flash flood, throughout the next couple of hours. Turn that back off there. Turn that back off there. We do still see, by the way, several tornado warnings in western Tennessee, so we're keeping an eye on those as those move northeast toward, like, let's say, Bowling Green, for example. Our folks down there, we're keeping an eye on this, basically the south-central portion of Kentucky from the parkways to point south. I want to take a real quick moment. I haven't done it a whole lot. They understand, and our sponsors are great. They understand that when we're doing emergency broadcasts like this, we don't usually roll anything. But I do want to take a quick moment to thank Hyper Roofing in Hardin County. If you need roofing jobs, of course, reach out to them. They're phenomenal. Right implement weather-wise. Of course, the radar that we're using, right implement with all the farming equipment, outdoor equipment that they have. Great company that you definitely want to shop at. Digital Solutions, phenomenal tech company. They built our PC here that we're using, that you're seeing everything on. And then the FBI buildings for renovations and repairs to buildings, not only residential but commercial as well. Again, phenomenal companies. Thank you to them. I'm not going to do the whole full sponsor spiel that we usually do because they know what's happening. They respect that. It's kind of like when TVs go on air. They don't run commercials during tornado warnings and stuff. We don't do that same thing either. But again, very phenomenal companies there. Thank you to all of them. Because of their support, we're able to be here for you 24/7. So thank you to them. W sponsors. Appreciate that. Severe weather for Owensboro? No, you have way too much rain going on up there. They do all kinds of roofing. Yeah, hyper roofing in Hardin County and around Hardin County is what they do there. There should be a link that's going to roll around the chat there, but if not, you can see it on our page. Also, you just go to hyperroofing.com and look at those things there. But phenomenal company, and the guy that runs is just a great dude. And you always want to put your money with great people. Great people are going to do great work. That's the model that I've learned throughout life. Even if it costs a little bit more, a roof is something you definitely don't want to go cheap on. Definitely. Time frame for Franklin, probably the next hour and a half or so. Huge wind gusts just now in E-Town. Yeah, it's a part of this front here that's kind of just pushing its way through. Again, no tornado warnings active at this time, but we're going to keep our coverage rolling here as we see severe storms popping up and down, and the flash flood threat is still imminent. Yes, Teresa, you're under a tornado watch till 2 a.m. Eastern Time. Cassidy with the 1,000 stars. Oh my goodness. Says, thank you for all you do. We appreciate you. Thank you all for your support. We appreciate that. Patrick with the 200 stars. I'm sorry I missed that a few moments ago. Thank you for you as well. Time frame for Bowling Green severe weather. Same thing as Franklin. You guys are right next to each other. About an hour, hour and a half. That's if you see severe. I'm not going to guarantee it. I never guarantee severe weather. That's a game you don't get into. And my Facebook chat just crashed. I better not have lost internet. Can you guys hear me? Type 1 if you can still hear me. Oh my goodness, my Facebook's not loading. Okay, thank you. Ooh, Brandenburg Telephone Company was about to get a strongly worded email. But they're great. Thank you. Okay, we're here. I see you guys now. Ooh, that scared me for a second. I thought I lost internet. That was about to make me angry. But we pay a lot of money for good internet. Not a lot, really. Brandenburg Company is great, by the way, if you need good internet. I see all your all's ones. We're good. We're good. We're ready to roll now. Sorry, that scared me. I was about to say, man. I've done popped a monster. I've done drunk some coffee. Got some good dinner. By the way, thank you to Central Kentucky Race Management and Greg out there for paying for mine and Brianna's lunch today. They knew it was going to be a long day, and they said, hey, we're going to pay for your lunch. I said, you don't have to do that. And I'm not going to accept it. And he did it anyway. So Greg's a great dude. Thank you to Greg if he's in here watching by chance. Thank you, my friend. Yeah, Gretchen, they're great. Even if stuff does go out, they're very fast about it. Brandenburg Telephone Company, I think it's what it's called, right? Where we get our internet through. A phenomenal company. What monster flavor? Just the regular monster. I'm sure I'll pop one here soon. I've asked multiple times about Marion County because my internet hasn't been good the last few hours. Marion County under that tornado watch till 2 a.m. Eastern time. Again, just kind of stay tuned. It's kind of a wait and see game now, guys. We're going to wait and see how these storms, see how they're getting more into a line here. So I want to go ahead and put the radar into motion here, and you'll see how they're a little bit more spaced out, and now they're kind of getting into a line. So what we need to do is, and I know you guys hate to hear this answer, but it's the God's honest truth. Now we wait and see how those storms act now that they're in a line, and then we'll go over the next. What basically we're now casting. Did you get a fish sandwich from McDonald's? I have not had a fish sandwich from McDonald's yet today, but I've had a lot the last week or so. So I'm not going to give you the exact number because I don't want to reveal that. But yeah, it's been in my tummy. Yeah, Caitlin. So that's what we're waiting on is to kind of see how they move as they move east. It's kind of to see how they either retain their strength or go into a full blown, just massive rain shower event. I do see a lot of lightning out there, so the odds are that these storms will keep their strength as they move east. Brandon, but is the fish good? Oh, I love fish sandwiches from McDonald's. People keep telling me that there's bad stuff in it. Listen, there's bad stuff in everything, okay, folks? But hey, I'm a sucker for a fish sandwich from McDonald's extra tartar sauce, okay? Cannot forget the extra tartar. Carolyn, welcome in. Is E-Town in the clear from severe storms? Yeah, I don't think E-Town's at a risk for severe weather, but flash flooding is absolutely on the table still. Barron and Hart County areas, probably about 45 minutes to an hour or so. Time frame for Bowling Green, Scottsville, probably about an hour or so. These are, by the way, these are moving at about a speed of 50 to 60 mile per hour, so you kind of can do a little bit of foresight there. Sean, how are you doing, my friend? Yeah, Scarlett, just keep an eye on the flash flooding forecast in Radcliffe. LaRue and Buffalo tornado, the odds look low, very, very, very low, especially the more north you go, like in LaRue and Buffalo. But again, we're keeping an eye on it. No, Jackie, you will. You're just a lot more east, so it's going to take a lot more time. You can get another few hours until you see strong thunderstorms, but they're not going to be severe. They're absolutely not. Yeah, Alex, it has no reason being that good. You know what I mean? What about Edmonson and Grayson County? Again, you're seeing that strong thunderstorm activity now. Severe risks look low up there, as you've seen repeated rain showers over the last hour or so. But again, strong thunderstorms ongoing up there for that area. No, Madisonville, your tornado threat's over. Once that front edge gets past you there, you're pretty much done with the tornado threat. It's just this front edge here, guys. that we're keeping an eye on as it moves east. I want to say real quickly, I know I've said it a lot, but thank you guys again for all your likes and shares. I see a high number of them. You guys are helping to get this information out to other folks. I appreciate your guys' help with that. Thank you for doing your part. We appreciate that. Brian, I don't foresee the watch expanding east, but I also didn't think they would put it that far north either. So I guess it's a 50-50 shot, but I don't foresee it. Actually, Bowling Green's under a tornado watch until 2 a.m. Eastern time, or at least till its front edge gets to your area. Keeping an eye on that area. We'll arrive there in probably about an hour or so. Prestonsburg, Kentucky. Can you give me the county that you're in, or biggest city that you're near? I say it. Oh wait, I see it right there. Hello. Yeah. No real severe threat for you, but flash flooding threat will still exist all the way through to Sunday morning. Well, I was able to actually find Prestonsburg there. Edmonston's coming to your area here very soon. Again, strong thunderstorm activity possible. Yeah, Donnie, and that's basically the same with everybody. The odds for severe weather are low, like low, low. But obviously, we have to watch it because it's been producing. Hopkinsville, under that severe thunderstorm warning that you see right there on your screen right now. This is for 60-mile-per-hour wind gust in that area, and that goes for another 30 minutes. Sorry, my head's pounding because I've been looking at the screen all day. So I had to rub my temples there for a second. Thank you to all the new followers. Someone just reminded me. Thank you to all the new followers and subscribers too. I'm very bad at that. Thank you for that as well. Okay, we're getting into the part of the video where we're asking about every front porch here. So I just want to go over here once again here with you guys. Just kind of give a touch base here with you. I'm gonna turn off the radar for a second. Here is that current tornado watch that we're seeing right now, and I think they're already trimming, folks. Let me see. Shout out to Cherie for doing all the Twitter warnings tonight. Thank you very much, Cherie. No, they're not. Why does that look smaller? Okay. Here is that tornado watch. This is really the only area where severe weather is possible tonight, in my eyes. And again, once that front passes you, the threat really diminishes even further. So, I don't think it's overall a very big threat to begin with. And then once that front passes you, I don't really see much of a threat after that front passes you, the front edge of the storms. Again, this does go until 2 a.m. Eastern time. If you are outside of this red area, I don't really see a severe threat for you, genuinely. So I'm just going to leave this up here for a second. So for those of you that are asking what's going to happen in your neck of the woods, I'm going to start getting out of those questions now. We had about 10 minutes there where I answered all those questions. I'm just going to leave this up right here for one moment. Let you guys kind of see this. If you're in red, basically if you're in red, severe threat till 2 a.m. Eastern time or until the watch gets dropped. If you're not in red, not really at a severe threat, but you still got the flash flooding threat to worry about, which is still a very high threat. So just keep that in mind. Jeff, I see your comment, my friend. Yeah, so actually, the tornadoes, if there are tornadoes or severe weather, they would be on the front edge, the leading edge of that line. Susan says she's sick of rain. Me too. Me too. Yeah, Donnie, not much. Probably at the most, if we on the very dangerous end, at most, I think you're probably looking at the highest potential being an EF1 tornado. I don't think we see anything potentially greater than that in our neck of the woods anyway. Now down in Tennessee, maybe going up to EF2, maybe even EF3 down there. But up here for us, EF1 is probably the ceiling, and that's still a very low risk. I think the wind gusts are the main risk tonight. 60 to maybe even 70-mile-per-hour wind gust at times in this red zone. Definitely the main risk tonight. These storms are moving pretty much east, northeast. You can kind of look at the boxes down here and kind of see. So the ones in Tennessee are moving more northeast. The ones in Kentucky are moving more east. And that's because the low pressure, is actually out here. So it's moving these bottom ones to the northeast while the top ones are going east. But keep in mind, the rainfall rates tonight will be, I'm trying to think of a word for this, torrential. They will be torrential tonight. So the flash flooding threat, to me, still out of everything that we're looking at here, is the greatest threat. If you guys did not know, the the second deadliest mode of weather is flooding. It's not tornadoes. Tornadoes is 3. It might even be 4. I think hurricanes might be 3. Tornadoes is not the more deadly than flooding is. That's why I've been trying to tell everyone, hey, because a lot of people at first, when we mentioned, oh, flooding's coming, they're like, oh, it's just a little rain. It's just a little rain. We're not worried about that. But flooding is the second deadliest weather mode that there is. And the most deaths that come from flooding are when people are inside of their vehicles. So stay home, stay off the roads tonight, and just kind of just hang out, watch the broadcast here with us, and know that we got your back. Yes, Albany is in that tornado watch. Sandy, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Tammy, hello out of Hardin County. Thoughts on very southern Hardin County like Sonora and Upton. Flash flood threat. Don't really see anything else for that area. Again, wind gusts will be a threat for pretty much everyone as well, but flash flood threat is the main threat. I want to check back in and see how these rainfall totals are just skyrocketing. I mean, look at Western Kentucky where that front started just about an hour ago. I mean, look at those totals. I mean, just skyrocketing on these totals. By the way, real quickly, if you did for also not see this, want to put this out. Let me show you real quickly. We do have, hate to break it to you folks, we do have this ending as snowfall between 3 a.m. to 9 a.m. in the morning Eastern time on Sunday. It may produce 1 to 3 inches of snowfall. Locally higher amounts from Lexington and Maysville. Lower amounts out in central and western Kentucky. But this might very well end, let me zoom that back out a little bit, as snowfall tomorrow morning. So just an absolute whiplash effect of weather here. Skylar, Owensboro has no severe threat. Just want to show you that real quickly. That's also on our Facebook and Twitter pages. So if you wanted to go look at that again, it's also already out there as well. Let's look at the AI here, see what it's showing. Refresh that. Doesn't really see, usually you need to see this get to blue, maybe even yellow to support tornadic threat. The blue is in Tennessee right now. No blue in Kentucky at this point. Let's look at the storm total precip accumulation. Yeah, just insane rainfall amounts coming down out western Kentucky. Wow, almost 6 inches out there. Matches up well with the mesonet there. Just an insane amount of rainfall today. 3 to 6 inches of rainfall is already a lot. When you're talking about that happening in February, after you've already had a 200% wetter than normal month, you kind of spell exactly what's happening today. Yeah, I mean, we'll just have to see if it holds together. Remember that someone mentioned this tornado down here. Again, we'll have to keep in mind that this may end up getting ingested in this line here and not being as strong. So we'll have to just keep an eye on it. Yeah, once that front reaches you, you'll hear it. You'll know it. You'll know it. It's loud. Lots of lightning, lots of wind gusts. You can see it from the weatherwise radar here. Lots of lightning popping up. Tiffany, I do not think that tornado watch gets expanded anymore. Jessica, there is the potential at a flash freeze late Sunday going into Monday morning. That's a great question. There is the potential. Hopefully, by that time, some of it has run off the roads and some of it has gone back into the ground. But there is a potential for a flash freeze Sunday night going into Monday morning as we dip into the low 20s to upper teens for temperatures. Tyler, all I can say is that you're under that tornado watch until 2 a.m. Eastern time. So keep an eye on the forecast. Stay in the broadcast here with us, or just kind of check in from time to time and see what's going on. The possibility of a tornado happening in Bowling Green, the Glasgow area, it's about 2%. Tornado in Murray, I do not see any activity in Murray right now to suggest that. From Scottsville, what should we be expecting with this storm? In Scottsville, we got about an hour and a half till it reaches your area or so. You're under that train to watch till 2 a.m. Eastern Time. Looking out for some potential for severe wind gust at the least. We're not really giving any time frames. It's just a matter of after this front passes you, that's when your severe threat drops off. But the flash flood threat will last all the way into Sunday morning. Tornado in Scottsville, again, I don't really see that either. There's nothing even popping up on the radar in Scottsville. You do have a watch in Scottsville. All right, I'm going to get back out of the answering every zip code questions. Again, going to put it back up on the computer here real quickly. Here is the tornado watch that's active right now. If you are not in red, no severe threat. If you are in red, severe threat until 2 a.m. Eastern Time or until they drop the watch, which I think, quite frankly, will become before 2 a.m. Just put that out there. Just want to put this out here real quick. So for those of you asking about all of your locations, it's blowing up real good right there. You can check that. This is a very simple answer to your question. If you're in red, severe threat until 2 a.m. Eastern Time or until the watch gets dropped. If you're not in red, you do not have a severe threat, but you do still have the flash flood threat. So just leaving this up here for just 1 second. Someone asked about the Weather Channel app. I have no idea about that. I don't look at the Weather Channel. Want to thank you guys again for trusting WNK. By the way, we appreciate you guys. Yeah, I mean, Hardin County is right here, and it's not in that tornado watch. Again, I'll leave this up here for about 30 more seconds. Hopefully, you guys know where you're at on the map. Hopefully. And you can kind of just determine your own answers to your questions right there. Save me a little bit of voice here, guys, please. Save me a little bit of voice. If you do not see your city listed, that means you're not on the map, which means you're not in this red zone. It's just this red zone. So if you do not see your city listed, you're not in the red zone. Caitlin, that's only certain people have access to that. So you can't really give that out. Oh no, you're good. I love your guys' questions. That means you guys are being proactive about your safety, and I appreciate that. I'm just trying to save my voice a little bit. We're going on 21 hours here. The red indicates the tornado watch that lasts until 2 a.m. Eastern Time. Yeah, just 1 second, Caitlin. Okay, let's go ahead and pull that off the screen. Hopefully that answers some of your guys' question again. Once again, real quick before I pull it off. If you're in the red, you're in the tornado watch till 2 a.m. Eastern Time or until it gets dropped. And these are the only people that are at a severe risk tonight. Again, everywhere else in Kentucky, you still at that flash flood threat. You still at that flood threat ongoing until Sunday morning. But as for severe weather, you're only in this red bot or in this red polygons. These are the only folks that are at risk for severe weather. Okay. Hopefully that helps clear some of that up. I like to go over that every 10 minutes or so. Someone remind me in 10 minutes to put that back up there. All right. Here's the AI again that Caitlin was asking about. Still doesn't see very much of a threat here. Now, what it does see, and this is what we've talked about over and over again. You see how it's lightening up a lot right there in west central Kentucky? That is a wind threat. See how it says up here, severe wind probability? This is an artificial intelligence. It's not 100% perfect, but it does help a little bit. Again, it does pick up on a severe wind threat that's moving west to east. But here is the tornado threat from this AI. Almost non-existent in Kentucky. So that kind of shows you there for yourself to maybe relax some of you a little bit. The wind threat is the main threat, not the tornadoes. At least for us in Kentucky. Can't say the same for other states. Do want to reiterate, this is kind of just stalling here. Wow. Severe thunderstorm warning is still active out here for Christian and Trigg counties. Again, 60 mile per hour wind gusts, the main threat there. Maybe some hail involved with that as well. And that is just stalling there. That is going to just dump rainfall. Let me see. Yeah, it is just dumping rainfall out there. And that, oh, dude, they already have waters going into the roads out there. This is what I'm talking about, folks, man. No, Joe, that red area will not move. That watch area, if they expanded, it might move, but I don't think they expanded. Dude, I feel bad for you folks out there in Hopkinsville and Trigg and Christian counties. I mean, the water there is already insanely high from the river. That's what I'm talking about, folks. This is the part of my job that I hate. I hate. It's telling you guys that stuff's coming and we can't do nothing about it, and I know what's going to happen, and it sucks to see. It really does. Grim says, I've actually been trying to find the WeatherWise app on Google, but can't seem to find it. Yeah, they have to work on their searchability, and I think they're working on that. But you can just go to the direct link. Pull up our main screen here. WeatherWise.app. Type that into your browser on your phone. That'll take you right there to it. For example, here, if I do it here. Hold on, let me make sure I'm not leaking anything. I don't want to leak anything they're working on. They share things with me that they don't want to. So if you go to weatherwise.app, it'll pull this up and you can hit install for iOS or Android. I agree, they do need to work on their searchability, and we've told them about that, and they're working on it. It's a newer radar, so that's why it's kind of harder to find sometimes. Go back to full display here. Pull up our radar once again. Thank you, Susan. I appreciate that. Let me possibly again, those signatures down in Tennessee look a lot more impressive than the ones in Kentucky. By the time these storms are getting to Kentucky, I want to. So, for those of you that are wondering why this is more severe in Tennessee, not in Kentucky, the real simple answer is right here. So, down in Tennessee, they have CAPE. They have energy for storms at the surface to survive and to go. By the time they get to Kentucky, we don't have CAPE. As you can see, we have none of that red. What we're looking for is this red. Wow, that is a very strange shape. What we're looking for is that red to be in Kentucky. We don't see that. So that's why a lot of storms are getting real strong and then quickly falling apart. Because we don't really have surface space energy for these storms to really roll on. These storms are moving east, northeast. You can tell by the shape of these boxes and how they're kind of just focused there. See how they're going west to east, southwest, and northeast. Therese with a. Am I messing that name up again? I know I am. Every time she donates, dude, I always mess it up. But thank you for the 1,500 stars. I really appreciate all the work you're doing for us and all the sleep you're not getting. Hey, I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Yeah, sorry, Kelsey. Sorry, Joe. I had to point that out. Sorry. We're just gonna take a nap. I probably will at like 5 a.m. Had a death in floods. Yeah, that unfortunately does not surprise. It sucks to say, but us in Kentucky, because we don't see it a whole lot. By the way, rest in peace to whoever found themselves in that unfortunate situation. But a lot of us in Kentucky, because we don't see floods a whole lot, don't respect them enough. Again, floods are the second deadliest mode of weather, not tornadoes, not hurricanes, the actual hurricane system itself. It's floods. And most times it comes from people that are inside of their vehicles trying to travel. Stay home, get to an elevated spot. You know, if a flood does, if you start seeing water rise real quickly going, but that sucks to hear. It really does. Again, just shows you stay home, folks, because it's never a big deal until it happens to you. And flash flooding is really hard to see before it actually happens. It'll pop up real fast on you. So stay home, stay off the roads, just kind of relax, stay indoors tonight. I know it sucks. It's a Saturday night. Folks want to go out, have fun, or do whatever they want to do, or travel. But it's just not that type of night. When you're dealing with it, my advice has always been this. When you're dealing with what you know is going to be a historic or rare system, don't test it. Don't test it. Yeah, but there's still another 1 to 3 inches of rainfall to go for a lot of folks. Again, for those of you asking if you're under a tornado threat, we have the tornado watch posted to our Facebook and Twitter. I ask that you go look at that. That's going to answer all your questions there for you. I'm going to get out of answering every little zip code here because if I don't, I'm going to lose my voice. I'm going to lose my voice. Yeah, so Kara, so again, we'll actually be about 34 to 35 degrees when that snowfall occurs tomorrow morning. So a lot of it may melt on impact, but the difference is we'll be sub freezing or below freezing above our heads. So that snowflake is going to be able to make it all the way down to the ground. And again, I don't see a whole lot of look with that tomorrow, but again, that's not going to help anything at all. Yeah, Rhonda, we do see the possibility for most rivers in Kentucky to continue rising through Monday to Tuesday. Remember, I used this analogy earlier. If I'm filling up my water bottle here, right, not going to take me very long. That's a flash flood, okay? When I'm filling up my bathtub, that's going to take me 10 minutes, right? It's a bigger area for the water to cover. These rivers are not going to, for most, some are already in major flood stage because of the rains that we saw last week. But for like the Ohio and other rivers that are just in moderate stage or minor stage right now, those are going to take longer to fill up and overflow because, again, they're not as high, but they're also big bodies of water that have to be filled up first before they overflow. So it takes more time. Madison, I would just check the reports for flash flooding at that point before you head out. Nadia, thank you for your 310 stars. I appreciate that so much. Thank you. Thunder's rolling out there. Kim, how are you, my friend? Gary, thank you for your 20 stars. I appreciate that. I live on. Why can't I pull it? I can't pull that comment up. Kim, just type your question again so I can see it. If for some reason it's not letting me pull it up. Yeah, that thunder's getting real loud of there, folks. Yeah, I saw way too many pictures and videos of folks that were trying to send me footage, but they were driving through flash flooding. I'm like, folks, don't do that. I don't care if we don't get a picture. We don't get a picture. Do not risk yourself. Caitlin on YouTube says someone said this line is turning into more of a windbag and less of a tornado threat. Do you agree with that? Yeah, that's been the point I've been at all day long here. This is absolutely more of a wind threat than it is a tornado threat. Tara, it's just maintaining its strength. Yeah, once the front edge of this line passes, the severe threat quickly diminishes, and then we're talking about the flash flood threat once again. Give me 1 second. I'm checking something on the second monitor over here. I want to thank you guys again for all the shares, all the likes that you guys are doing on Facebook and YouTube, all the new followers, subscribers. You guys are amazing. Thank you for supporting us and supporting what we do out here. I love being able to be here for you guys 24/7. Just want to see real quickly. Yeah, Shauna. Again, a lot of those, as you kind of see here for yourself, a lot of those are going to diminish as they push into Kentucky. Once again, we don't have the same energy that they have in Tennessee. So once they get more north, they're going to start running out of their surface energy. Leanne, thank you. I'm going to put the tornado watch map up once more here before you guys, so you guys kind of see for yourself. So if you're in this red box, that means you're in that tornado watch till 2 a.m. Eastern time or until they drop the tornado watch. So if you're not in that red box, you do not need to worry about that severe metric anyways, but you do need to worry about flash flooding that will continue. Oh, boo ball. Kim, thank you for the update out of that area. I appreciate that. Sorry, I had to ask you to remake the comment. It wouldn't let me see that for some reason. So there's the watch right there. Again, this is the tornado watch that goes till 2 a.m. Eastern time or whenever they drop it. Really, just for the front edge of that line. Get the radar back on here. No tornado warnings active in Kentucky at this time, but a lot of strong thunderstorm activity ongoing with the front edge of this line, as well as a severe warning down there for Hopkinsville to Oak Grove. Yeah, Lexi, that's just the problem. Is we here in Kentucky do not respect the flood threat enough. We just don't, because we haven't been through it as much. People just don't respect it. Yodelbat, thank you for the update there. We just don't respect the flood threats enough here. Strong to severe thunderstorms are heading toward Bowling Green. We'll be there within the next 45 minutes to an hour. These are all moving about east, northeast. Again, you can tell by the shape of these boxes. Generally, the motion is east, though. I want to check back in on the rain totals again. My goodness. That's a lot of rain, man. Add to that it's in February. And again, we still have another 1 to 3 inches to go for a lot of folks that are in the red or in yellow right now. And even for the folks in purple, we still got another 1 to 2 inches to go. I mean, it is a lot of rain out there. A lot. Oh, Shelby, thank you for becoming a subscriber on Facebook. I appreciate that extra level of support. Thank you so much. Yeah, so I'm going to zoom this into here for just 1 second. I'm going to run to the bathroom real quick if you guys don't mind. Don't go anywhere. Again, I'm just running to the bathroom real quick. A lot of water, a lot of Monster today, so kind of got to go potty real quickly. 1 second, guys. Hey, who left? Who left? I'm back. Again, to reiterate, we're not going to get into every single zip code of what everyone's going to see exactly. We've done all that answering throughout the entire day. All that information is on our page. Also, just know that if you're not in the watch, you don't really have a whole lot to worry about severe weather-wise. But you still have the flash flooding threat to worry about. If you're in that watch, that's the only area that's got the only real focus of severe weather. I do want to just touch base on the northern portion of Kentucky. I know we haven't talked about this a whole lot. Not a whole lot of activity going on up there. Just touch base up here. Not a whole lot of activity ongoing. Maybe some lightning and some thunder showers. But northern Kentucky is going to be on the lower side of things overall around everything there. I do want to just take off the radar real quickly. By the way, severe thunderstorm warning has been expanded into Elkton, Guthrie, Pembroke, and Trenton, Kentucky for those areas down there for 60-mile-per-hour wind gust. So, real quickly, I do want to put on the flash flood threat and the flood threat once again, or warnings, I mean. Just going to go over where those are. Flash flood warnings are in pink. Flood warnings are in green. So, again, we do still see that across about 70% of the state there. Again, wow. Take a picture because you're not going to see this very often. This is a rare event for anywhere in the United States, let alone Kentucky. I mean, almost our entire state is under a flood warning or flash flood warning. That just does not happen. It just does not happen, folks. It just doesn't. It's an incredible event. And I do expect that we'll see these flood warnings and flash flood warnings eventually expand more in toward Lexington, in toward Frankfort. Flash flood warnings will likely expand in toward Hardin County, Nelson County, LaRue County, Breckenridge and Meade counties at some point, I'm sure as well. So again, we'll see a lot of this continue to grow over the next few hours. We are not done by any means. All right, turn those back off now. Turn the radar back on before everyone yells at me. I want to check these velocities out real quickly, make sure we're not looking at anything crazy here. Yeah, don't really see no rotation down there. No rotation up there. No rotation in Tennessee. Matter of fact, there's not a tornado warning anywhere in the United States of America right now. Wow. I really thought Mississippi up here toward Tennessee would really see a large line of tornado warnings, but looks like this is going toward a classic, what we refer to as a quasi-linear convective system. Basically, what that means is that it's going more toward a wind machine than it is a tornado machine, which is what is always going to be the case. But there were a lot of people out there spreading some, I wouldn't call it misinformation, but maybe misguided information. Um, so once again, that's kind of what we're looking at for now. Don't really see the rotation here in Kentucky for us, but I do still see some wind gusts from 40 to 60 mile per hour along this front edge of this line here as that extends into central Kentucky over the next couple of hours. I know we haven't touched base on eastern Kentucky in a while. Just a real quick note out there for you folks, our friends out there. Not a whole lot happening for you, so that's why we haven't talked about you too much. Mainly east, Jess. Yeah, Ashley, it's insane. It's just, you know, uh, it's just insane. I've seen it for myself the last couple of days. The stuff that people have been posting and putting TikToks out on and stuff, and it's just been wild. And all it does is create a lot of confusion, right? And so that's why I tell you guys, pick two or three local forecasters you like and stick with them, even if it's not me. I love you guys, but even if it's not me, right? Pick two or three people that you like and stick with that. Don't go looking at the Weather Channel. Don't go looking at AccuWeather. Don't watch the weather videos on TikTok. Don't do that because all that's going to do is create stress and anxiety for you. Pick two or three that you trust and roll with them. Even if they're wrong sometimes, roll with them. When you start getting into all these things about looking at 7 or 8 different forecasts, watching these TikToks as you scroll through, all it does is create some anxiety for you and a lot of confusion on what you should expect. Yeah, Russ, we mentioned that earlier today that some tree damage is likely as these grounds are very soft. Graham, we're still expecting 1 to 3 inches of rain to come through Hardin County, so we're still expecting that flash flood threat there as well. Chastity, I appreciate that. DJ, thank you very much. I love Brian Good. Brian Good's a phenomenal dude. That's a great guy to trust. I feel like this might be controversial, and I don't care, but Brian Good absolutely deserves a bigger role than what he's doing. Phenomenal, phenomenal meteorologist. Matter of fact, that's who I learned a lot of my stuff from. We had a lot of conversations back in the day, a lot of moments where I asked him a ton of questions and he put up with it. Just an overall phenomenal dude, phenomenal forecaster, meteorologist that deserves absolutely more credit than he gets. Tornado risk percentages are about 1 to 2%, so you guys kind of see for yourself they're very low. Sean wins from Bowling Green. Yeah, what you're feeling right now is the gust front that's heading out in front of this line of storms. Yeah, Ashley, he's just a phenomenal person. And well, like I said earlier, great people do great things for you, you know? So find good people that you like. Oh, this is just a special weather statement. So this indicates a strong thunderstorm that's not severe. Again, if you're looking for information on what to expect in your specific zip codes, again, all that information is on our Twitter and Facebook for you guys to go look at your own convenience. Here right now, I'm kind of getting away from answering every single zip code. We've done that for the last hour and 9 minutes. I'm just trying to save my voice a little bit. Just to put it real simply, I guess it's time to put up the watch again. Just to put it real simply, if you're in this red, you're in a tornado watch till 2 a.m. Eastern time. And I do expect that they'll start dropping folks from this here soon on this backside as the lines push through. But once again, if you're in red, you're the one under a severe threat until 2 a.m. Eastern time. I do not foresee this scene getting expanded. So if you're not in red, just know you're good to go on the severe weather mode anyway. You're not, of course, clear of the flash flood or flood risk. But when it comes to tornadoes, this is the only spot that has the opportunity to see them. Anyone that's not listed here, if you do not see your name in red, your city name in red, or one close to you, you are not under a tornado threat. No problem, Kayla. I appreciate that. That blue box was a special weather statement. So it indicates a strong thunderstorm that's not quite severe. Chelsea, we have had 3 or 4 tornado warnings. No confirmations just yet in Kentucky, which we probably won't get until daybreak tomorrow. So once again, look at the watch here. If you're in the watch, you're under a tornado risk until 1 to 2 a.m. Eastern time. Again, remind you that the tornado risk overall is about a 2%, so very, very low. But once again, the threat is there, so we have to mention it. If you're not in red, you're not under a tornado threat. So sleep us up here for one more second here so you kind of see for you guys yourself. If you don't know where you're at on the map, it's very easy. Almost all of us have a smartphone. Open your smartphone. By the way, there's my kiddo. Open your smartphone. Show you guys real easily. If I can find go to your maps or whatever it is on iPhone. I have a Google Pixel, and then on me, I have a little blue dot right here. So all I do is scroll out. I see that I'm in Radcliffe. I look at Radcliffe right here, and I know that it's not in red. Chelsea, those that I mentioned have been in Kentucky. Now Tennessee have had their own, but those that I mentioned have been in Kentucky. All right, good. I think we're good now for at least another 10 minutes. Turn the radar back on here. Again, I do think, by the way, just for what it's worth, in case you guys wanted to know, I don't really think we're looking at any more tornadoes tonight. I think what we're looking at is mainly a wind machine. Again, I've checked this line several times. I'm checking it again right now. I don't see any rotation in this line. There might be a brief little bit right there, but this is just and it just went down. So this is just indicating heavy rainfall, not necessarily anything rotating. Same thing up here for Litchfield and Caneyville. These are stronger wind gusts, not rotations. I'm trying to find an example, but fortunately there are no. Oh, here we go, Mississippi. There you go. This is a tornado signature. Pretty clear, by the way, as well. You get these inbound winds versus the outbound winds, and they get really tight like that each other, and they get really bright. That's your classic rotation signature. So when we go up here, we look at the edge in Kentucky that we're concerned with. We don't really see that anywhere. Don't be confused by this. These are both inflow winds. So see how they're both on the right side of this bar? You need something from each side of the bar, like a red and green or like an orange and blue. You maybe could argue this is a little something here, but that's so small. This is likely just radar static. So really just don't see anything at the moment. Of course, that threat's not over, but at the moment, don't see anything to indicate any rotations in the immediate future. Chris, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Oh, Patrick, I weatherwise through and through. Weatherwise through and through. Because on weatherwise you get not only the radar but you get satellite. I mean, right now it's obviously cloudy, so you know, here you got a really cool satellite. If you're trying to think of whether, like in the summer, if you want to go sunbathe or something, you want to see if there's clouds. Really cool. Also, they have outlooks from the SPC, the WPC that you can just drop down here. For example, WPC's excessive rainfall outlook, right there over Kentucky today, right? And you got day 2, day 3, so on and so forth. So phenomenal. And they're still working on adding new things, and it's just crazy. There's not an app right now that comes close to this, and it's free. Other apps you got to pay money for. Just can't. No app touches this. Not even close. Oh, Taryn, that sucks to hear. Yeah, Ilo, I know. I just haven't had a chance to do that today. I mean, I've changed a few of them. Um, like for example, I've changed the tornado warning color and flash flood warning color and so on and so forth. Um, but I still have to do some work on it. I'm still fine tuning exactly what I want here. What app is it? It is WeatherWise Radar. You can go to weatherwise.app right there. See that's weatherwise.app. Put that in your browser on your phone, and it'll give you a direct download. Oh, full cam. Hello, everybody. Hit the wrong button there. DJ, I appreciate that. Yeah, and if you guys don't know how to use it, this is technically a professional radar. But don't be Don't be threatened by that. It's really easy to use. So you just kind of watch me as I'm using it, and just kind of learn as you're going here. Radcliffe just under a flash flood threat for the rest of the night. Going into Sunday morning, no severe threat. We're getting back to the point where we're asking about different zip codes again. Yeah, are you guys noticing that happens every about 7 to 8 minutes? By the way, we do not allow tags for other pages in here, just for obvious reasons. So we're gonna go ahead and time that out. People apps that are good for colorblind people. I love meteorology, but it's super hard to look at these maps. Yeah, so I don't know about that, but I do know on weatherwise you can change the color tables, right? So you can go in here and you can just change the color table. So if I go over here, like, I forget where it's at. Map settings, maybe? No. I'm doing something wrong here. Oh yeah, here at the bottom, customize color table. So you can pick different ones that may work for your situation. I don't know, but they have different color tables you could choose from. You could play around with that may help with that. Just so I know. Nora, thank you very much for that update out of BG. I appreciate that, and thank you to everyone again for all the likes, the shares, and all your guys' questions. I appreciate that a lot. Yeah, Susan, that's what we're here for. Yeah, Alan, this is both on PC and phone. You can go to weatherwise.app. So here's the name up here, weatherwise.app. You actually see it right there in the URL. And you can hit, it has options of download, or you can just use it in the browser. No, it's not necessarily weakening, Caitlin. It's just transitioning to more of an elevated threat. So it's transitioning to more of a wind machine threat. Here, let me type it. There's a lot of people asking, so let me just type it for you guys. Weatherwise.app. That is a website for that. Radar there. Oh yeah, Wanda, I'm used to it, and that's fine. That's what I'm here for, is to answer questions. But when I start seeing the same locations over and over again, that I know I've answered the last several minutes. Um, um, it just kind of gets to the point where I have to stop because I want to answer every question, but I have to stop to save my own voice. Ash, I appreciate that. Thank you very much. That's what we're here for, to try to fill in the gaps. Grayson County, you got a strong thunderstorm box there, but not severe. You're likely hearing a lot of lightning, though. It probably sounds a lot worse than what it actually is. Same thing for Breckenridge County. All right, I want to take a look. Here are your latest rainfall totals, by the way, so far. They are skyrocketing, and they will continue to skyrocket until about midnight or so. Again, we still have rain stretching all the way. We still have rain stretching all the way out to western Kentucky. Man, just so much rain. I am done with this rain. There's just so much. I mean, from what I'm looking at here, Louisville, Jefferson County might even make a run at almost 4 inches. Which I need to text our emergency friends up there to let them know. They may make a run at 3 to 4 inches when they were originally only supposed to see 2 to 3. I mean, just so much rain with this. And again, for those of you that are in southeastern Kentucky, wondering why I'm not talking about you, nothing's happening there, so don't have to worry about it. At least for now. Rain will make its way back to you here in a few hours, but nothing of an immediate threat. Yeah, Brenda, I need to do better about that, but I run out of time. There's so much, like you guys see what happens on camera, but there's so much we do off camera to make sure we're getting stuff right. Like my wife tells me all the time, you need to get some sleep and stuff. But the way I am, so I'll tell you, the way I am is I double check, triple check, quadruple check, so on and so forth. And the reason that is because I missed a tornado warning 4 years ago, and I promised myself that I would never do that again. So the reason that I'm so like this is because, dude, I love you guys. I love Kentucky. I love where we're at. I love what we're building here. Um, and I made a commitment to you guys to let you guys know if anything possible is happening, and I take that accountability, especially after missing that one 4 years ago. So there's There's no margin for error. I want us at Weather Now Kentucky to be the standard of how things should go. And so I hold myself to that own standard. So for anybody that ever criticizes me on the internet, just know if I've gotten a forecast wrong, I'm criticizing myself 10 times harder than you ever could. Because that's just how we roll. Are the storms weakening? No, again, they're just transitioning to more of an elevated threat, which is what we talked about all day. They'll have that initial tornado threat to them, but I think we're looking at more of an elevated wind machine threat along with torrential rainfall, which is exactly what we're seeing. No, Kelly, we still have several more hours of rainfall to go. Hey, you can't blame me. I tried to warn you guys that we're looking at 24 hours rainfall here, and it really is going to be from about 3 a.m. or about 2 a.m. On Saturday morning to about 2 a.m. on Sunday morning. Spunky on YouTube, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Cosby, I appreciate you. Yeah, Brenda, she already does so much. I'm just this is not me. But tornadoes, Kelly, that I really think the tornado threat is near 0%. It's at about a 1 to 2% right now. So I really just don't think it's something we have to super hyper focus on. And that threat seems to quickly be diminishing. Tornado probability for Warren County and Allen County about 1 to 2%. Ashley, thank you for the update out of Cynthiana. Gretchen, so I've been interested in weather ever since I was a kid, which I know is a very cliche answer, but there would be times where my siblings were watching cartoons and stuff, and I would be watching the Weather Channel and watching storm chases and stuff. It's genuinely always fascinated me since I was a kid. And then growing up, I've always been the type of kid that always asks why, why. I've always been curious about why things happen. So being that type of person and loving weather just goes together very well. I've never stopped studying. Even to this day, I'm still learning new things because I think that no matter what you do in life, no matter what you do in life, the moment you stop learning, someone's going to pass you up. And I'm the type of person that wants to be great at what I do and never wants to be outworked. That's why when I think I'm asleep, someone else is awake outworking me. That's just how I operate. If you're taking time off or you're starting to get content, someone's out there is going to work harder than you and take your spot. And I don't want that. And that's just how I operate. That's just how I've always been. Bluegrass, that's a great question. It says, what has caused this system, basically, to have so much water associated with these storms? Basically, what's occurring here is a low pressure is rapidly strengthening coming out of the Midwest, interacting with moisture that's shooting up to the north from the Gulf. And all that's coming together here amidst a strong stalled boundary of really strong winds above our heads in Kentucky and Tennessee, and rainfall is associating to the top of that axis, and it's just stalled, and it's just sitting here creating rain shower after rain shower after rain shower after rain shower. That's basically how we've gotten to where we are right now. Megan, I appreciate that. Coming near Hopkinsville. I'll check the rotation for you real quickly. Or velocity, I should say. I don't really see anything there. Also, real quick note, if you see a storm that's approaching a radar site like this, you might want to either go down here and turn the tilt up to go higher up into the atmosphere, or you can just switch to a different radar that's a little bit further away. When storms get too close to a radar, they can have wrong images to them. And I don't really see any rotation here on this one. No. Yeah, I agree, Wanda. Megan, thank you for your 99 stars. I appreciate that. Yeah, Angela, and the reason we're not really looking at any other parts of the map is because the immediate threat is right here. So if you don't see your name, it's actually a good thing. It's not because I'm hiding it from you. It's because you're not under an immediate impact. But Nani, that's just what I do. I appreciate that, my friend. George the Sky Scholar. Yeah, I'm not that good. I just think if you're passionate about something, you got a chance to be great and go be great. Hardin County Radcliffe not under any severe threat, but you do have that flash flood threat to worry about all the way through Sunday. I got you, Corey. Thank you. Aaron, no, you will not be under a tornado watch, and it is not severe in Hardin County, but you do see a strong thunderstorm going through the area throughout now in the next hour or so. Again, BG under a tornado watch till 2 a.m. Eastern time. However, I think we're transitioning to more of a wind gust event, and it does look like the front side of those storms are beginning to weaken a little bit. So again, guys, the severe odds, while we do have a tornado watch out, I didn't really agree with it very much. Again, the overall severe odds are very, very low. Not like what we saw last week. Brittany, no, nothing severe up there. But you still have the flash flood threat to worry about. Yes, Oak Grove, you've been under a severe thunderstorm warning for about the last 45 minutes. So that's why it sounds very strong there. You have 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts that have just been hammering that area with that torrential rainfall. Tornado threat in Elkton, Kentucky sounds terrible out there. Yeah, you're under that severe thunderstorm warning as well, but there is no tornado threat. I just checked in on the velocity there, and I don't see any indications of rotational Leah. Thank you for your 50 stars. I appreciate that. Yeah, these are one of those storms. This front edge, it sounds a lot worse, looks a lot worse than what it actually is. It's just one of those types of nights. Louisville, no severe threat, flash flood threat all the way through Sunday morning. Same thing for Grayson County. No real severe threat at the moment. I don't really see one for developing either. Just a strong thunderstorm there and flash flood threat through Sunday morning. I do want to check back in on the rainfall totals. Look at this. I mean, they are just skyrocketing. They are just skyrocketing. By the way, this down here, the reason this is black is because it's maxed out on the color table. I mean, this is a lot of rainfall, folks. This is a lot of rainfall. And just because we're talking about the severe threat diminishing, I don't want to let go of the fact that, hey, flash flooding is still a very real threat tonight, as well as aerial flooding is still a very real threat tonight as well. It's even though our severe threat may be coming to an end here soon with just looking at wind gusts, the flash flood threat, even when that trend watch came out, is still priority number one, and it will remain priority number one. Yeah, this map's kind of hard to see. I'll kind of zoom in here and then we'll go section by section. Yeah, Shane, and for some people, it's more than a month and a half worth of rain. I mean, it's just incredible amount of rainfall. And you got to think these people that are in red and pink, they still have another 1 to 3 inches to go. And these people that are up here in green and yellow, you still have another 1 to 3 inches to go. I mean, there's still more rainfall to go, folks. We're not done. We're not done by any means. Yeah, Destiny. The tornado chance was never very high to begin with, though. Again, here's the outlook from this Storm Prediction Center. You can see almost everyone was only at about a 2% risk today. So again, the tornado threat was never very high to begin with. This has mainly been a torrential rainfall and heavy wind gust threat. Which, by the way, I think we can also look at the peak wind gust. And you can see that the wind gusts absolutely have peaked up to about 40 to 50 mile per hour throughout portions of Kentucky. So this is still just a massive wind gust, massive rainfall event. Oak Grove still under that same warning until it passes you over, but your severe threat or your severe window should be closing very soon. BG's under that severe threat until this front edge of this line passes you guys. Once this front edge of this line passes you, your severe threat pretty much goes over. Or pretty much is over. Yeah, and even Tennessee is looking. This is not. This is going to be a bust of a forecast by the SBC almost, which is rare. They don't usually do that. It's still not technically a bust, I guess. It's more so a bust by all those folks that were claiming the crazy things on TikTok and Twitter. Again, guys, we're not going to answer every single zip code, and I got to say my voice a little bit, folks. I've got to say my voice a little bit. So I'm not going to answer every single zip code. All of what you should expect is already on our Facebook and Twitter, and it's probably already been mentioned in this broadcast several times as well. Again, if you're under that trade to watch, those are the folks that have to watch out for the severe weather. If you're not under that trade to watch, you don't have to look out for the severe weather. But everyone in Kentucky, everyone, so this doesn't go for the certain people, everyone in Kentucky is under that threat for flash flooding and flooding overall. What am I doing here? Okay, trade to watch. Here is that trade to watch, by the way, that I wanted to show you. Still in the same places, I believe. I don't think it's been adjusted at all. I'm going to zoom in real quickly. You can kind of look and see if you're in red, you're under that watch till 2 a.m. Eastern time or whenever they drop it, and you have a severe threat till 2 a.m. Eastern time or whenever they drop it. If you don't see your name in red or do not see your name at all, then you are not under a trend to watch, and you do not have a severe threat to worry about. The one thing you have to worry about is that flash flood threat, which is still a very high threat. So again, for all of those of you asking what's going on, where's the threat, and so on and so forth, am I in the threat? Just look at this map, find yourself, and if you don't see yourself, then you're not under the threat. Levi, I'll check on that in just one moment. Yeah, Calvin, we've been going live. We've been live here for an hour and a half. All right. Turn that back off now. Check back on these storms down here. That thunder is aggressive. Can you, like, calm down, dude? All right. Let me check from every little angle here. I don't really see any rotation near Bowling Green. I don't. Whoever's asking about Bowling Green, I don't see any rotation near Bowling Green. I see some straight line wind gusts, but I don't see rotation there. Cassie, thank you for your 100 stars. I appreciate that. No, I didn't freeze. I was just reading something on the right side there. Sorry, I should have said that. Jason, thank you for the update there. I appreciate you. Grayson County, you got a strong thunderstorm ongoing there, but it should be out of your area here in about 20 minutes or so. It's not severe. When does this transition to snow? It'll be about the 3 to 5 a.m. Eastern time on Sunday. So in roughly about 7 to 8 hours or so, whatever that math is. Sorry, I'm looking at the storm near Caneyville real quick. Looks like it's wanting to try and rotate. It's not quite there, so don't worry just yet. But the storm near Caneyville is trying to get a little something going. It's notching out just a little. See this little notch right here? How this kind of just caves in right here between Litchfield and Caneyville along Highway 62 there. It's wanting to try to rotate. We'll see if it actually does. I wonder what StormNet says. StormNet doesn't really like it. Okay. I'm going to keep an eye on that Caneyville to Litchfield area a little bit. Caleb, you got Kobe, I'm sorry about that. You got about a 1% chance of that occurring. The lightning is very vivid. It's very vivid. Gotta remember, we're having Gulf moisture come from this, right? So you're always going to have quite vivid lightning when you're dealing with Gulf moisture. Jocelyn, thank you for the update out of Brownsville. I appreciate that. Yeah, so I don't see a severe thunderstorm in Grayson County or Brownsville, but the potential is there. If it tries to get any stronger, it might go severe. It's very close. This is a strong thunderstorm. It does have a nice 40 to 50 mile per hour wind gust with it, but it's not quite severe. Again, Elkton, Pembroke, Guthrie, and Trenton, you folks are under a new severe thunderstorm warning for the next 34 minutes or 32 minutes, sorry. For 60 mile per hour wind gusts there, and it is just dumping rain down there. I mean, it's just dumping rain down there. I do not, Christina. Yeah, if you see these lightning bolts, those are lightning strikes. LeBron, yeah, I do think so. I do think we'll see winter weather advisories come out at some point. No, Joe. You'll seem to have all the radars. I don't really know what to do about that. Only three that you need are Jackson, Louisville, Paducah, and you can kind of use this Oak Grove one too. Uh, yeah. Are you on? Make sure you're on radar, not on like outlooks or satellite or something. Make sure that you're on radar. That's a common mistake that a lot of folks make. Make sure that you're on radar to come up with all these dots here. You should be able to find your radars there. Why does it sound so bad, Radcliffe? Because there's a lot of lightning up there. If you look at all the lightning strikes, lots of lightning up there. That's why it sounds so bad, but it's not severe or strong. What way is the line moving? It's moving east. Get ready for loud thunder. Hang on. Okay, it's gonna make me look stupid. Oh, there it is. All good, Joe. Common mistake there. We're learning. Abby, thank you for your 99 stars. I appreciate that. Glasgow time frame. You got about an hour until it gets to you. All right, guys, it's time for me to go potty again. You guys see me. I'm drinking a lot of Monster and water. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Again, broadcast is not ending. I'm just going to the bathroom real quick. So give me just 1 second. All right. Get the camera turned back on here. Sorry about that. Had to run to the bathroom real quickly. I'm gonna catch up on some of these messages I got real quick. 1 second. I don't ever usually get on my phone, but I want to make sure everyone's got the answers that they need. We do a lot of work with a lot of the local emergency offices and stuff. All right, perfect. Okay, sorry about that. Want to make sure just everyone has the information that they need. Looks like we had a big special weather statement box come out, basically saying, "Hey, everyone in Central Kentucky, look out! Strong thunderstorms are coming." That's all these blue boxes are. Do not get scared that they popped up. Let me go ahead and check back in on the velocities here. Make sure we're not looking at anything crazy. Oh, that's just a radar gap. Oh my goodness, that scared me. I thought this was like a quick pocket of rotation. That scared the crap out of me. But it's just a radar gap. Everyone calm down. It kind of, but out from here, it kind of looks green, doesn't it? Kind of looks green. But if I zoom in, it's just gray. It's just a radar gap. We don't have to freak out. I'm not really seeing anything. Switch radars here. Yeah, I'm not really seeing any rotation at all. What I am seeing though are about 40 to 50 mile per hour wind gusts. So let's see what this threat is. 40 mile per hour wind gust. Yeah. Check this threat down here. This is for 50 mile per hour wind gust. So quite literally what I just said. 40 to 50 mile per hour wind gust ongoing, basically for Barstown to E-Town, Hodgeville, Horse Cave, Brownsville, Bowling Green, Franklin, Russellville, Adairville, Lewisburg, Morgantown, Candyfield, Litchfield, southwestern or southeastern Brett County. So again, we do have some strong wind gusts ongoing, but not quite severe. I can't hear. Someone tell her to restart her stream, if you don't mind. I want to thank you guys again for all the shares and likes that you guys are putting out on the broadcast. I appreciate your guys' help with spreading our information and making sure everyone's safe and informed. I thank you guys so much for doing that. No, it's not really weakening. Again, this is just transitioning threats. So again, we went from a brief tornado threat to I think we're going more toward a wind gust threat. Does that mean the tornado threat is 100% over? No. It just means I think we're heading more towards straight line wind gusts than we are tornadic activity. So I want to see if have they dropped anything off of this watch yet? No, they still have not dropped anything off that watch. I want to check back in on rainfall totals. My goodness, that's disgusting out there in southwestern Kentucky. You know, every time we have a big rain event, I feel like it's one of the corners of Kentucky that's always getting hit worse, southwestern or southeastern. Does anyone else notice that? Amelia, no, you do not have a tornado watch, and no, you should not expect one. Hang on, my team's asking me questions. All right. I think my internet's kind of struggling a little bit. There we go. It finally sent. Sorry, my team was asking me a question real quickly. Yeah, so once again, I just want to kind of reiterate. Here is that tornado watch that has been issued. And again, I think we're going to start seeing this be dropped because this is very clearly a wind gust event now at this point. Talking with Mike, our other forecaster on the team. Again, I think this is pretty clearly a wind gust event at this point. I think this tornado watch will probably it should be canceled soon. Will they actually cancel it? Probably not, but should be canceled soon. These are the only folks that are included in that tornado watch. So for those asking, hey, do I have tornado watch tonight? So on and so forth. Well, these are the only folks that are included in that watch. So if you don't see your name here in red, you are not included in a tornado risk. So take a moment, check the red map. If you're not red or don't see your name at all, you're not in that tornado risk. Andrea with another 1,000 stars. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you again for all of your star donations. Thank you so much. So leave us up here for a couple more seconds here. Again, if you're not in red, you are not under a tornado risk. If Radcliffe is not red, it's not under a tornado risk. Yes, Alicia, I'm going to check here in just a second. All right. take that off the screen there. Hopefully that helps answer those questions for another 7 minutes. And then we'll come back to it here in about 8 minutes. Let's go and check the radar here real quickly. Yeah, so again, I think this is a classic QLCS, quasi-linear convective system. And those almost always are windbag machines. They're almost always windy events, not necessarily tornado. Can you still get tornadoes from it? Yes. Very brief ones. But again, this is absolutely trending toward more of a wind gust machine than it is anything else. Matter of fact, once again, there are no tornado warnings in the country. There are no tornado warnings anywhere. We'll zoom out for a second, just so everyone in Kentucky can kind of see what's going on. Yes, Lexi, but that main front edge of that line's already past you, so in my opinion, your severe threat's pretty much almost done. Thank you, Emily. Do you guys want to see some of the picture reports and video reports? Let me see if I can pull it up real quickly. Oh my goodness, we hit 85,000 followers on Facebook. Oh my goodness, thank you guys. Wow, we are only 15,000. Now, I don't look at follower count a lot because it doesn't really matter to me. But to be so close to 100,000 on Facebook is actually an insane feeling. Actually an insane feeling. I'm trying so hard not to like blush right now. Thank you guys a lot for real. That's actually insane. Alright, so what we're going to do now is pull up some of the, since we don't really have any major threats in Kentucky at the moment, besides obviously the flash flooding. I want to pull up some of these pictures and videos that have been sent in over the last few hours here. If you have any pictures and videos you want to send in, of course, just message them to us on Facebook. Pictures work better. And once again, just know what you're sending is going to be shown on the broadcast. What is this? What the? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Why did it just freak out? Can you just let me see it? Oh, I need to mute the audio. I don't know what kind of audio they have. I gotta be careful on the audio, guys. I don't want to get copyright striked. Let's start at the bottom here. Actually, that was so long ago. Let's start at like 9:30. Okay, that's just a picture of a radar. Earlier this evening, out of Hindman, Knott County, and Hazard, Parrott County. These were sent to me by family and friends back home, originally from Knott County. Oh my. Look at the car. I almost didn't see it. Look at the car in the water there. There are no rotations to worry about. This is why we're looking at pictures and stuff right now, because there's no immediate threats. We'll check back on the radar here in about 5 minutes. Look at all the water. Oh my goodness. This is back at 6:30. There's still more water to go for Hazard, Kentucky. Wow. You see an active rescue occurring. This is how fast it can be. It can go from nothing on the road, and all of a sudden there's 3 feet of water on the road. This is how fast it can be. Yo, Dean, I appreciate you on YouTube, my friend. Get home safely. Thank you, Roberta, by the way, for the pictures. This is out of Rineyville. Oh, is this the wind gust she's trying to throw? Or trying to show? Oh, that's a long time ago. Walter Boone Road in Rineyville, completely covered. This is from Emily. Look at the wind gust. I still think this storm. I know what she's showing me here. I know the storm that she's showing me. Let me see the time. Yeah, I know the storm she's showing me. That should have been severe warned. All right. Oh, I don't want to watch it because I don't know if it has copyright footage. This purchase picture is not loading. DJ has a picture. Where's this from, DJ? I forget where you're at, my friend. Look at that. Look at that. Yikes. Again, we'll check back on the radar in a second. I didn't see any immediate threats. That's why I wanted to look at some of these pictures. Again, if you have any pictures or videos that you want to send to us, make sure you send them to our Facebook message inbox, and we'll get them shown here. Look at the rain just kind of ponding out there. Look at the mailbox. I almost missed the mailbox. I know this is going to be really hard to see. But look at the mailbox. It's halfway up. It's halfway up. Unfortunately, I can't expand the videos because Facebook, the business site is bad. So I can't expand any of the videos. But look at the mailbox there. If you can see, it's halfway up the mailbox. My goodness. Oh, there's the video from Samantha out of Frogtown, Caney, Pikeville, Kentucky. Is that a normal, Samantha, if you're in here, is that a normal creek or is that just like water overrunning? Oh, I see the bridge there. Okay. I'm guessing this is normally a low-lying creek that's probably overrunning, right? Look how disgusting the water is, by the way. Oh my goodness. This is also why you don't want to go swimming in floodwater. You trust me, that sounds crazy, but people do it. But there's so many microorganisms and bacteria that we are not built to handle in floodwaters. About a 10 to 12 foot bank. Somerset. I thought so. I can't remember though. Skylar sent in a video. This is our basement Owensboro. Oh no. Mute audio, mute audio, mute audio. Oh my goodness. I'm so sorry, Samantha, or Skylar, that you're having to go through that. This is outside. Oh, is this the Ohio River right here? Look how high that is. Is that the Ohio? Yeah, that's gotta be the Ohio. See how large that bank is. Is that a light? Are those light poles? Oh my goodness! So it's coming out. It's coming out of the bank a little bit. Oh my word! I'm gonna check the radar real quick, make sure we're not missing anything. Check the velocities real quick just to make sure. I do want to keep an eye on this area real quickly just to make sure it doesn't do anything. I think this is just going to be a Boeing segment, which makes a lot of sense. It would be a wind gust threat. But I do want to look at that just for a second, just the east of Elkton. I don't really see any rotation there with it, but this might be a Boeing segment that's going to produce some stronger wind gust. Elsewhere, let's see. Some strong wind gust approaching Sonora. Bonneville along the I-65 line there within the next 10 minutes or so. Strong wind gust, no rotation with this, but this is some strong wind gust occurring up here toward that neck of the woods along the I-65 line there. All right, we'll come back and check on that in just a moment. Don't really see anything there at the moment. This is in Somerset, DJ says. Look at the water coming up on the road there. Is that a boat dock, DJ? Or is that just a normal road? I can't really tell. And that's the problem, is you can't tell. Attachment unavailable, Jennifer. I can't see that. Also, I don't want to click on any links because I don't want to have anything. Yes, that's the Ohio. Wow. Hey, you got to remember, guys, the Ohio is only going to go up from here. The Ohio always takes longer than every other body of river or any other body of water because it's such a large body of water. It always takes longer. And look at it, it's already about halfway up that light pole there, and that light pole. It'll probably end up coming all the way up to the top of these sticks here. Wow. Anthony with the picture, I'm not really sure where from. Pike County. Look at the halfway up the tree there. Oh, look at the chicken. I don't know what exactly it is. Is it a chicken or rooster? I don't know. I'm not a farm guy. I kind of wish I was. I think it's so cool. But I don't have the knowledge for that. I stick to weather. But look at that water's insane. Wow. Clarksville got a new tornado watch? Or did they just kind of modify it? Hang on, let me check. Let me check. Oh, no, it's the same one. They just updated it. That's all. It's the same one. We'll turn off the radar here. I'll show you. Yeah, it's the same one. It probably goes till, yeah, 2 a.m. Eastern time. All I did to this, actually, and I'll go ahead and show you. Remember, the peak on the tornado was 120 to 150, so they reduced the peak on the tornado. They reduced the peak on the winds a little bit as well. And that just kind of shows you that the storm line's kind of weakening. So it didn't really bring a new one out. They just kind of, they decreased the probabilities a little bit, which is kind of what we've been talking about anyway. So nothing really new there. Turn the watch box off now. New severe thunderstorm warning for Franklin, Woodburn, and Adairville in southern Kentucky. This is for that Boeing segment I was showing you a few moments ago. I do kind of want to keep an eye on it. I mean, it's trying to rotate. Again, this looks more like elevator rotation to me than anything else. Do they have a tornado possible tag on this by chance? They do. Okay, so yeah, so they're seeing exactly what I'm seeing, which is a very borderline sell right now. This could go either way. But let's stay on the radar here for a moment. Let's pause the questions about other places. Let's focus in on Adairville to Russellville here, west of Highway 100. Or along Highway 100, I should say. This is the area where we may see a brief spin up momentarily. So let's keep an eye on this velocity for a moment here. Let's check StormNet. StormNet does like it. Tornado odds are going up down there. So let's keep an eye on this for a brief moment. Again, severe thunderstorm warning. Let's go ahead and read the bulletin here for you. This is for Logan County, Simpson County, and southwestern Warren County. 70 mile per hour wind gust are the main threats. So here comes the higher wind gust down there in southern Kentucky. This does also have a tornado possible tag on it. Specific locations impacted include Russellville, Franklin, Adairville, Woodburn, Blackjack, Hilltop, Dennis, don't know how to say that one, Lick Skillet, and Cave Springs. So that is your warning box there. Again, we're focused right in on this box here for now. We're going to pause the questions about other locations for a moment. I want to see how this trends over the next couple of scans. Okay, this is definitely just going to be a wind threat. So Adairville, Russellville, Franklin, Woodburn, heads up. 70 mile per hour wind gusts heading your way over the next span of about 5 to 20 minutes or so. Over in Bowling Green, strong thunderstorm there for that scared the crap out of me. For Bowling Green to Smiths Grove to Brownsville to Bonneville, Mumfordville, Litchfield, Sonora, Magnolia, Hodgeville, Elizabethtown, New Haven, and Barstown. Strong thunderstorm moving through there, those few clusters. Not severe. I don't see any rotation with it either. Looks like very clear straight line winds are the main threat there. Maybe a little bit of hail as well. But the main threat, 70 mile per hour wind gusts down here in southern Kentucky along the Kentucky and Tennessee border. Noodlehead says, "How do we share a video with you?" You can go to our Facebook page at Weather Now Kentucky over there, and just send it to our inbox. Yeah, Kara. I mean, I always say for anything that has a tornado possible tag, you should always treat it like it's a tornado warning. So, however you would treat a tornado warning is how you treat a tornado possible tag. Although I will say it doesn't really look like that is loud. Jennifer, thank you for the update out of Mammoth Cave. I appreciate that. Again, thank you for all the shares and likes on both the YouTube and Facebook tonight. I appreciate you guys. So there was a brief tornado. Where's that at, Caitlin? Yeah, Justin. So the tilts are basically your layers of the atmosphere that the radar is looking at. So radar sends out beams, and what's being responded back from those beams is what the radar displays on this image here. So when you go up in tilt, you're going up into the atmosphere, looking further and further up. Typically, you just look at the 0.5 degree, the ones at the surface or very close to the surface. But the only reason I go up sometimes is when we're really close to radar sites. Like, for example, the radar sites here in Trenton, and this line is very close to it. So I go up a little bit to kind of give a smoother image. No, Kayla, this is not very normal. It's said by Dareville. Uh, I'm not sure who's reporting that. I haven't seen any reports of that just yet myself. I wouldn't be too surprised though, because the velocity was getting real tight there for a second. Again, Anissa, it's just a wait and see game. I mean, I don't think so. The tornado threat's at about a 1% chance. So again, it's mainly a wind gust threat. Brandenburg, no severe risk, just strong winds up there and strong rain the rest of the night. Monticello, same thing for you. Again, for those of you looking at what should you expect for the rest of the night, again, all that information is on our Facebook and Twitter. I'm trying to save my voice. I don't know if you guys can hear, but I'm kind of struggling a little bit, so I'm not going to answer every specific location. We've done that for the past 2 hours and 2 minutes. Kind of want to save my voice a little bit. All that information is genuinely all over our Twitter and our Facebook. You can go look at that information and get updated on what to expect. Whew, like running out of breath here. Again, elsewhere in Kentucky, by the way, just strong rains ongoing, strong thunderstorms, nothing severe. It's really the only severe window is really down here. Yeah, Gritch, it's not really my throat. It's like my chest. It's like I'm like running out of breath here. Yeah, Joe, it's not too terrible. It's just the flash flood threat is incredible. Look at these rainfall amounts now approaching 6 inches out there in western Kentucky, skyrocketing elsewhere as well. Amy, thank you for the 10 stars. I appreciate that. Storm in Hopkinsville or where? You're talking about this one here, the one that's severe warn. No, to go south of Bowling Green. I'm gonna go grab some more water real quick. I'm not really sure why I'm so out of breath, but I'm gonna go grab a cold water and try that. I'll give you just 1 second. All right, I'm back, guys. Sorry about that. I also was hitting the inhaler out there too. For some reason, I've been like really short of breath the last 20 minutes here. Dang, Paul, that sucks to hear. Oh, that feels a little bit better. Oh my goodness. I could not catch my breath. All right, still seeing a strong wind gust here. Down here toward Franklin and Woodburn and Adairville in southern Kentucky. Don't really see anything too suspicious up here for this strong thunderstorm activity from Bowling Green to Elizabethtown. No, LeBron, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I don't. It's whenever I talk a lot. It's always happens. It always does. I'm also still technically recovering from bronchitis, so still trying to get over all that stuff. Um, so I'm good though. Calvin says we got hell in Russellville. All right, look at some of these pictures and videos that we have coming in. This is from Stanford, Kentucky. Look at the running water there. It looks almost like a rapid. Yeah, Katie, that's what I'm thinking too. That's why I'm drinking some water, trying to flush it out. Okay, that one didn't load. I got you, Anthony. Out of Allen County here. Wow, look at the water just running through there. Wow. Wow. All right. Caught up on those now. A lot of wind in Dareville. Yeah, you're seeing 70-mile-per-hour wind gust out there, Monique. Anywhere between 60 to 70-mile-per-hour wind gust down there in Dareville to Franklin to Auburn right now. And up toward Russellville. Um, Rena stopped. Also new here. Okay, great. Ohio South Point. Okay, gotcha. Just looking through. There we go. Sorry, I'm just taking a second, letting the breath come back to me first. I told you I would stop asking about your zip codes. I do want to take a real quick look while we have 1 sec. Oh my gosh, that feels so much better. There we go. So here's the 8 strip alarm model, the new run here. Let's see what the snow threat is for tomorrow real quickly. Just make sure we're still on the right track here. Yeah, okay, everything still looks the same there. How come I'm out of breath? I'm still recovering from bronchitis, so every once in a while I'll just get out of breath until I'm completely over it. Also, I'm going on about 22 hours of very little to no sleep. So it's not a phenomenal combo there. How's it look to you? So Russellville is going to is seeing 60 to 70-mile-per-hour wind gust. I'm going to check back in once again here. I don't see any rotation at the moment at all anywhere in Kentucky, but I do see straight line wind gusts that are occurring 60 to 70 mile per hour down here from Adairville to Russellville to Auburn. Franklin and Woodburn heads up to be in your area in about 15 minutes or so. Bowling Green to Elizabethtown. Don't see any rotation, just a loud thunderstorm there. Caitlin, take a breath. It's okay. It's not rotating. You're going to see a strong to severe thunderstorm here in about 25 to 35 minutes in Scottsville. Yeah, Melinda, unfortunately, it's going to be a common theme over the next several hours. Really breathe. Yeah, that's why I'm taking those deep breaths, trying to get it back here. Okay, I'm gonna turn off the radar here for just 1 second. I want to check back in on these flash flood warnings that we're seeing. Oh, wait, that's what I'm trying to do. Okay. Still pretty much the same thing so far. What is this? Yeah, Western Kentucky's severe risk is over, but you still have the flash flooding to be concerned with. There's now a flash flood warning up here for Jefferson County, going out to Shelbyville, Taylorsville, Shepherdsville, so on and so forth. Flash flood warning does now exist there as well. Surprised we're not seeing one connected here. I don't really understand that because you still have the same amount of rainfall. Probably different flash flood guidances. Look at that. 6 inches has now been hit out here in Marshall County and Benson, Kentucky. Lots of rainfall out there. All right, there we go. Caught up on that now. Turn off these flood warnings as well. Yes, Shane. Very southern Warren County toward Woodburn is under a severe thunderstorm warning. South Point, Ohio. I don't really cover Ohio, so I wouldn't know, my friend. Yes, Angel. And West Virginia. Oh, the shiny pink box that was out there earlier. That is a flash flood emergency. So that's the highest level of flash flood that you can have. Oh. Russellville still dealing with a strong thunderstorm out there. Be over here in about 10 minutes for that location. Looks like this storm near Dareville to Franklin to Woodburn is beginning to weaken a little bit. That's good news there. What about Owensboro? Flash flooding, the main concern up there. Yeah, it's getting there, Gretchen. I'm feeling better now. Just needed a second for the inhaler to kick in there. Yeah, Amber, and it sucks to hear, but these folks stay off the roads, especially nighttime. Nighttime flash flooding is one of the deadliest things. Is stay off the roads, folks. Genuinely. Yeah, Paul, I have a really bad habit of doing that. Really bad habit of doing that. I'm trying to work on it though. Switch over to freezing tomorrow, probably 3 to 5 a.m. Well, well, the snow will be. That says about 5 to 6 a.m. or so. Time we actually go below freezing, about 9 a.m. Eastern time or so. Then we kind of just hover around 32 for a while until Sunday night to Monday morning. That's when we really dip into that flash freeze, Dylan. It will be late Sunday into early Monday morning, my friend. All right. What was I doing here? Okay, here we go. Okay, so yeah, the National Weather Service also agrees this is weakening. They have dropped the warning from 70 mile per hour down to 60 mile per hour. However, the flash flood event goes all the way through Sunday morning. The actual severe weather for Brownsville is rapidly ending here, probably in the next 20 minutes or so. I'm sorry, guys. You probably hear me breathing, but I have to catch my breath. No, Kayla. Yeah, Scottsville, you got a strong to severe thunderstorm heading your way in about 30 minutes or so. Has the potential for 50 to 60-mile-per-hour wind gust. Grim, yeah. Here are your current rain totals throughout the state. Heaviest is obviously out here toward western Kentucky right now. Central Kentucky, these will continue to bloom by another 1 to 2 inches or so. Same thing for the rest of Kentucky, another 1 to 2 inches expected. So, still a lot of rainfall to go, folks. So, a lot of rainfall to go. I know it's really hard to see the count. I wish they added the borders to be thicker here. Yeah, Michaela, I'm okay. I'm still recovering from bronchitis, folks. So every once in a while, I'm mostly good by now, but every once in a while, I'll just run out of breath, and it'll just take me forever to get it back. So I'm working on it though. Any active tornado warnings? No, not at this time, my friend. Hope you get better. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. No, Tanya, there's not. I just got done looking at that. No, Grant, just flash flooding. Hi, Murray or Mary. How's long looking for BG? Again, looking strong but non-severe for Bowling Green at the moment. Yeah, Lisa, I appreciate that. Cassie, at this time, no. Yeah, Alex, I don't know what's wrong with people. Yes, Olivia. Yeah, the hail is again as these storms go more elevated, the hail threat goes up a little bit. Won't be too terrible. We've definitely seen worse. But the hail threat goes up as well as the wind gust threat. The thunder's being too loud. You gotta love it. You gotta love it. Yeah, Michaela, that's good to stay in there. Check my monitor over here real quickly. Jackson, it's not likely. Sierra, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Caitlin, thank you for your 20 stars. Caitlin, thank you for your 120 stars. Amy, thank you for your 10 stars. I appreciate that very much. Thank you all. Victoria, it's about a 1% chance. So, very, very low. Hodgeville, you got a strong thunderstorm there with lots of lightning, but it is not severe. Lance, thank you for the update out of Morgantown. I appreciate that over on YouTube. Yeah, I'm going to give this cell a little bit of time because this part right here is trying to bow out. So I'm going to give this a little more time. If this can flatten out, I'm going to get off and rest up a little bit and let Mike take over on the posting. But I'm going to continue to watch this until this one calms down. This is my last area of concern, really. Just this little part of the line right here. This is pretty much my last area of concern. So for those of you that are asking about severe threats, so on and so forth, the rest of the line is congealed into a bunch of rain, right? Back here we have this and a gap right here. See how it gets lighter on the preset? So this is allowed to be isolated stronger. So really my only concern for this point is here. And that's a lot of circles. Let me clear that out and put on a different color here. Really, my only concern at this point is for this area. That's about it. Outside of that, you're dealing with flash flooding, you're dealing with strong and loud thunderstorms, but they won't be very severe, if severe at all. Additionally, the only real threat is flash flooding and flooding. Down here is the only real threat for any type of severe weather, and that would likely be wind gust, not tornadic. But I do want to keep an eye on this. Dude, that thunder is crazy. Thank you, April. I appreciate that. I should be good though, guys. Again, it's just the recovering from the bronchitis. It's just sometimes I just run out of breath. Yeah, conform. You got a strong thunderstorm heading toward Bowling Green and Warren County right now. Not quite severe on that yet, but I wouldn't be surprised to see a severe warning come out soon for it. Lots of wind on this front side of it. I want to see the hail threat. I don't want to see a hail. Oh, that's delayed. That's why. That's something's wrong with that radar there. I got you, Caitlin. Thank you very much for tuning in. Taj, I would not recommend it. There's a lot of flash flooding ongoing. April, I got you. Thank you very much. Mark, I got you. Thank you, my friend. Yeah, I told you the most impressive part about today is not even the severe weather; it's the amount of rainfall that we've received. It's quite impressive. I mean, just look at these rainfall totals. I mean, they are insane. You folks up there in northern Kentucky are like, what is everyone griping about? Boy, there's not a whole. But you look down here in western Kentucky, and you're like, oh my goodness. What am I doing here? Okay, here we go. Yeah, Lori, those animals don't really like that, do they? Okay, severe warning has been canceled down there. This is the first time in 2 hours and 24 minutes that we have not had a severe warning in Kentucky. I'm going to give it a little bit longer, though, because I still feel like there's a chance that this Bowling Green segment right here where we see this little bowling out, and there it is. Severe thunderstorm warning has been issued. This is going to be for Warren County, Barron County, Metcalfe County, and Edmonson counties. This is going to be for the risk of 60-mile-per-hour wind gust and nickel-sized hail. And this is going to be for another 44 minutes. This is going to be for Bowling Green, Smiths Grove, Glasgow, Cave City, Park City, so on and so forth. I do want to reiterate, I do not see any rotation. I do not see any rotation. What I do see is a very clear signature of strong wind gusts that are going to push through there. So for Bowling Green, Smiths Grove, Glasgow, so on and so forth, Cave City, again, 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts, the main and real only threat there. Yeah, Billy, I really don't want to go look at my basement either. I'm in Radcliffe. This now, yep, we're here. Amy, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Again, if you're just not tuning in here with us, we do have a severe thunderstorm warning active from Bowling Green to Smiths Grove to Glasgow to Highsville to Cave City into Park City. This is going to be for 60-mile-per-hour wind gust and nickel-sized hail. Christian, thank you for the update there. Appreciate that. I want to take a real quick look in on the flood warnings and see if we've had any updates on that. We have not. Okay. Hang on. Someone on my team is messaging me. Jalen, no. Chloe, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Ash, it's kind of insane, isn't it? Yes, Caitlin, that part of that line is beginning to weaken. The main part of the line now is over Bowling Green. Again, Bowling Green Metro heads up. You got a 60-mile-per-hour wind gust about to enter that area. Smiths Grove, here in about 15 minutes, it'll be in your area. Glasgow, here in about 30 minutes, it'll be in your area. 60-mile-per-hour wind gust, the main and only real threat in that box there. Check the rest of this line out real quickly. Make sure we're not seeing anything elsewhere. No. Okay. Looks like we're good elsewhere. Yeah, Johnny, this is going to be some impressive rainfall that you're about to see in Bowling Green. Yes, Eli's going to continue to storm and rain throughout the overnight hours. PM, no, there's no indication of tornadic activity in Bowling Green. That's correct, Destiny. There's a strong thunderstorm statement for Scottsville. Yeah, it should be nickel-sized hail shade in Bowling Green. There's no rotation in Bowling Green, Johnny. Anna, thank you on YouTube. I appreciate that. Finally feel my breath coming back to me a little bit. Michelle, there's no tornadoes in Tennessee, Kentucky. I don't think there are no active tornado warnings anywhere in the country at the moment. Curtis, no. I don't believe they dropped anyone out of the watch yet. I'm not really sure why, but I don't make the watches. Yeah, the watch is still up, still in the same spots too. Again, not really sure why, but I don't make the watches. It's coming through Brownsville right now. I got about 15 to 25 more minutes till it gets out of your area. Lauren, don't worry about me. I'm good. It's coming back. Again, it's just the bronchitis and then answering about Bowling Green every 10 seconds. I'm just kidding. I love y'all Bowling Green. Did you guys know that Bowling Green's actually our second biggest city on the page? Yep. Louisville's first, Bowling Green second, E-Town's third. I believe Owensboro's fifth or fourth. Michelle, we do not cover Tennessee, so I'm not sure where Lafayette, Tennessee is, and also we really only focus on Kentucky on this channel. Oh, I know, Adna. That's fine, and I understand why. Ryan Hall is showing rotation in Franklin, Kentucky. Yeah, maybe if that's not anything to worry about at this point. Us Bowling Green folk have Pete. That's all good. I understand. I would too if I was down there. What you all been through the last few years. Again, I absolutely would as well. The only risk in Radcliffe right now is flash flooding, Cheyenne, and that's going to be the same case throughout Sunday morning. Audrey says it's raining hard at BG. Oh, I can only imagine that's probably some torrential rainfall down there. Yeah, Jocelyn, it's a long line. It's a wide line of storms. Worried about Franklin again. I'm not really seeing a whole lot myself here. There is a very, 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 very tremendously weak signature of some very upper rotation but it's not anything significant or anything to really write home about at this point. Yeah, Lisa, it's going to be really heavy rainfall for the next 4 to 5 hours here, guys, unfortunately. Glasgow under, that's severe thunderstorm warning for the next 40 minutes. Expect 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts to come through your area here in about 30 minutes or so. Just heavy rain, Eli. That's just how weather works sometimes, Caitlin. Just how it works sometimes. Yeah, Brenda. Look at these rain gauges continuing to go up. I mean, that is just some significant rainfall. Significant rainfall. So I'm just going to take a moment to catch the breath again. Don't mind me. Risk level for Morgantown. Again, just a risk. Just the risk there is flash flooding. Really. Again, Horse Cave just looking at some strong thunderstorm activity there. Perhaps 40 to 50, perhaps 40 to 50 mile per hour wind gusts rolling through there in about 30 minutes or so, and some torrential rainfall. Yeah, Destiny, and even I mean, still got to look out for the flash flood threat, but as far as this type of severe weather, should be ending rapidly. I just realized my bit rate's only on 2500. What? Oh my goodness! No wonder the streams have been looking terrible lately. My bitrate should be on 7,000. Okay, the stream should look a lot better here soon. Sorry about that. I don't know why that was only on 2,500. There we go. Now the stream should look a lot better. The yellow box is the severe thunderstorm warning map that's down for Bowling Greens to Smiths Grove to Glasgow for 60-mile-per-hour wind gust. There's no tornado in Franklin. Again, I'm not really sure where all this is coming from, but there's not even a severe thunderstorm warning in Franklin. So, no. There's not even a signature rotation there. I know someone said Ryan Hall said he saw rotation there. Again, from my eyes, I do not see rotation. And obviously from the National Weather Service, they do not see rotation there either, or else there would be a warning. Not really sure what's going on with that. Tornado on the ground in Franklin. Again, guys, I'm showing you right there. There's nothing there. Yes, and it's going to be. Don't get me wrong. Franklin is going to see a strong thunderstorm, borderline severe. But when it comes to anything tornadic, I'm not really seeing anything indicating that at this moment. There is some very, very broad, weak rotation that's elevated, but that usually indicates a wind gust risk and heavier rainfall, which is exactly what we're seeing in Franklin. Again, Jordan, you still got several hours, my friend. Stacey, they're pretty much just staying the same. Thank you, Conform. I appreciate that. Again, now could this strengthen up over the next few scans? Absolutely, but at this point in Franklin, I just don't see that. E-Town flash flood threat through Sunday morning. No severe risk. Yellow box for severe thunderstorm warning. All right, guys, I'm running to the bathroom real quick again. You guys are going to learn. I use the bathroom a lot when I'm on these broadcasts because I drink a lot of water. Give me just one moment. I'm not going anywhere. I'll be right back. Alrighty. There we go. See, I told you to be quick. Again, still not seeing anything for Franklin. Not really seeing anything rotation wise. All of these are elevated rotations, which indicates wind gust, which is exactly what we're seeing. Not really sure what everyone else is talking about, but that's what I'm seeing from my eyeballs. Cody, again, for flash flooding maybe, but not for anything real big. There's no tornado warning in Franklin. Where is all this coming from? Where are you guys seeing the Franklin stuff? That is like the 15th person that's asking for a tornado warning in Franklin. Is there something going on Twitter? Let's see. Just investigating. Again, guys, just to reiterate, there's not a tornado warning in Franklin. There's not any rotation in Franklin. There was a brief moment on one radar scan where it did look like there may have been some very, very, very weak broad rotation. Aside from that, though, there's really not been any threat there. Oh, okay. Now I see. Some guy on Ryan Hall stream said something about that. Yeah, I'm not sure what's. It's not even severe warned. Yeah, Cody. So the flash flood threat is the reason for the state of emergency. That's why. That's why. Okay, I got you now. I got you now. I was so confused. I'm like, where is all this stuff about Franklin, Kentucky coming from? Now I understand. This is again why I say pick 2 or 3 local forecasters you trust and stick with them. Once you start trying to go to the people that cover the nationwide stuff, no matter who it is, it's not going to be as great as a local one in your area because they're focusing on so many areas. I think nationwide forecasting is so bizarre to me because it's almost impossible to do with any type of remote accuracy. And that's just the God's honest truth. I mean, look, I already have 120 counties covered here. Now, if you're genuinely working and creating forecasts for an entire country, how in the world are you going to be accurate? You know, that's why even the National Weather Service they don't cover the entire country. They break it up into regions for a specific reason. Let me stop before I get on my soapbox. Let me stop. I'm gonna end up making someone mad, and someone's gonna try to cancel me because that's the world we live in. All right, again, checking around here. Don't see anything here. There is a brief little something up here toward Plano to maybe Bowling Green Airport. Brief little something here. Let's see what it looks like on the next scan. Let's see what it looks like. Again, very, very brief, very, very weak. Let's see what that looks like on the next radar scan there. That one is actually in a severe warning box. That one makes more sense. We're going to read a post about you again. Let them. Hey, listen. If someone's talking about you, you're doing something right. Grandma, I appreciate that, my friend. Is Russellville clear? Yeah, you still got several hours of rainfall to go from the actual severe threat. For the most part, yes. The lightning is so intense. Yeah, the lightning is actually insane today, especially on this leading edge, and even some pockets behind leading edge. Still seeing several lightning strikes. Yeah, Ashley. Brooke, I'm not really sure where Rockfield is. If you can give me a bigger city you're near, I might be able to help you a little bit more. Well, there was one radar scan that did show a little bit of rotation, but it wasn't anything to be really concerned about. and then on the next scan, it completely went away. So it didn't. Usually for me, my rule of thumb is if I see something on 2 radar scans or beyond, then I begin to get concerned because sometimes on radar scans you can have weird images that show up that don't make any sense. It's just how it works sometimes. It's just bad information every once in a while from the radar. So my rule of thumb is I always wait for 2 radar scans to come through, which is a period of about 3 to 4 minutes, and then I go from there. Making an assumption off of 1 radar scan is not ideal. You're going to have a lot of false readings at that point. Like again, here I'm keeping an eye on Alvaton up toward Hardcastle and stuff, just because of this little brief, very weak signature here, but that could be gone by the next scan. So I wouldn't mention that until I have more evidence, because you don't want to freak folks out. Browning Blue, dude, I have no idea where any of those are. I need like a big city. Rockfield, Rich Pond, Browning, Blue Level. I don't even see any of those on the radar. Wait. No, that's Rockport. I'm looking for Rockfield, not Rockport. That's also a problem in Kentucky. Is everyone has almost the same name. It's Bowling Green. Oh, why don't y'all just say Bowling Green then? Why don't y'all just say Bowling Green? I would have had it. Oh, there you go. Yeah, just say Bowling Green. All right. So yeah, so that's under severe thunderstorm warning, obviously. 60-mile-per-hour wind gust, the main threat there, and it actually looks like it's passing through Blue Level and more into Metro Bowling Green, heading toward Plum Springs, Polkville, Oakland, and Smiths Grove. Rockfield is Bowling Green, LOL. Yeah, I figured it out now. Thank you I appreciate that. Grim, thank you for your $5 super chat on YouTube. I appreciate that, my friend. Yeah, thank you all for your help. You got to remember, so like, for example, I say this almost every broadcast, but I like to bring it up. I live in Radcliffe, right? I don't expect everyone to know where that's at. So I say Elizabethtown because a lot more folks know where that's at. Same situation down here. If you know Rockville, Blue Level, all that stuff that's not going to pop up unless I go all the way in like this, maybe say Bowling Green so I can at least have a little bit of context to find you a little bit quicker so I can answer your question more efficiently. Yeah, Chelsea. So you go up here to this arrow here, and it'll drop down a current alerts menu, and then you can go and tap in the settings gear, and you can turn off or on what you want to see. Your storm-based warnings, winter-based warnings, hydro-based warnings. I have to turn some of these boxes off, or else the radar will look absolutely insane right now. Franklin, Kentucky, just a strong thunderstorm there. Likely 40 to 50 mile per hour wind gust. About to be out of your area in the next 15 to 20 minutes, though. Horse Cave, strong thunderstorm approaching you in the next 25 minutes or so. Right now, currently, that part of the line that would be coming to you is non-severe. But it could be looking at 40 mile per hour wind gust or so. 4 minutes from the Walmart going toward Cave City. So I'm assuming you're like right here. Probably about 20 minutes or so, Taylor. Yeah, I'll check the velocity one more time for you guys. I don't really see a whole lot here. Again, we still continue to see this, but this is too far away. It's too separated. See how it's not in a fine line? It's too separated. So it's too far away for that to really be anything suspicious. No rotation at all at Franklin going towards Scottsville. Really no rotation anywhere. The only real maybe suspect pocket is right here near Alvaton. But even that just does not have enough evidence to support anything at the moment. Jules, thank you for the update on YouTube. I appreciate that. Again, Caitlin, pick 1 or 2 people you trust. The problem you're having, Caitlin, is you're listening to way too many people. You got to pick 1 or 2 people and then roll with it. Listening to way too many people, and you're getting yourself kind of confused or worked up, and you don't really need to. We got you. We got you covered. I must be an honest hour, George, right now, because I'm being very honest with folks. Sorry about that. Chance of snow tomorrow morning? Pretty good chance. Pretty good chance. We actually have this graphic here that we posted out earlier. This one here. Showing a 1 to 3 inch event. Probably going to be seeing some winter weather advisories at some point. Basically from 4 a.m. to about 9 a.m. Eastern time tomorrow. Yeah, Alexander, the backside of this is not severe at all. We've not seen one severe warning on this backside, so it's just this front edge, and then you have the flash flood threat to still worry about. Man, it is just dumping rain out there. Look at these rainfall amounts that just continue to skyrocket. Basically, from I-64 to point south, just continue to skyrocket. Continue. No, Jules, but I did have some great food from Jersey Mike's earlier. And I actually have another sandwich out there waiting out on me. I was smart today, and I got a giant and split it in half, and I ate one earlier around like 3 p.m. Actually, around like 1 p.m. That's probably why I'm cranky too. I have not eaten since 1. I'm too damn big to not be eating that long. You know, yeah, I mean, come on. And I got another half of that sandwich out there waiting on me. About 40. They're moving at about a speed of 40 mph, Stephanie. It's pouring in Bowling Green by 65. Can't see the interstate, and I live next to it. Yeah, that's why we're telling folks to not travel. You got that rainfall rate that's going to cause a lot of visibility issues. Yes, Matt agrees. Now, again, for all of you folks that are asking, are you good after this passes from the severe threat? Yes, but you still got to worry about the flash flooding and the overall flooding. Just because I say yes, you're clear, does not mean you have nothing to worry about. The flash flooding and flooding are still very high concerns. Jocelyn, thank you very much. I appreciate your trust, my friend. Yeah, Shannon, the flooding is getting real bad for folks from southwest Kentucky to points in central Kentucky. Yeah, Grim, pretty much just dumping rain until about 2 to 4 a.m. Eastern time. Yeah, so Ty, we're seeing about 40 to 50 to maybe even 60 mph wind gust in that area that you mentioned, Ty. I do not see any rotation, though. Yeah, you still got a lot of flash flooding issues to worry about up there, Ben. I believe you were under a flash flood warning for the next 6 hours up there. Let's go ahead and check back in on the velocities here. It's been a few moments. Yeah, just not seeing anything, guys. So once again, I do not see any rotation anywhere in Kentucky. Still looking at straight line winds. Brandy, thank you for your 99 stars over there on Facebook. Thank you guys for all of y'all's generosities. I appreciate you all. How's the Alvaton area? I know where Alvaton's at. I just saw it. Yes, I found it. I'm getting better at South Central Kentucky. But again, you have a strong thunderstorm moving through there. 40 to 50 mph wind gust. Got another 15-20 minutes till that hard part is over. Have they dropped folks from this warning yet? Or from this watch, I mean? Oh my goodness, the thing is still up. Why is this still up? Taylor, the only way I can think of is maybe Googling it. Amber, I'm right there with you. Yeah, the winds, Aaron, are anywhere between 40 to 60 mph at the moment. You got about another 15 minutes till that really starts to ease up. Unfortunately, lots of rain, flash flooding will evolve with this. Still long, few hours to go. Look at these rainfall amounts, man. Cannot get over these rainfall amounts right now. Litchfield still looking at a flash flood threat for the next several hours. No severe threat. Same thing for Radcliffe and Fort Knox. How about Tennessee, David? Unfortunately, we do not cover Tennessee. We stick with Kentucky. We stick with what we know. But if I had to look, just a guess here, looks like the event is dying down in Tennessee. Flash flooding the main threat. Yeah, Judy. Now we do have a bit of a teaser here for you folks. Not going to go into too much detail, but we do have the potential for a big time snow event later this week. Big time, big time snow event later this week. Gotta let that marinate in the oven a little bit longer before we start talking too much detail on it. I do see people already posting about it, which is ridiculous being 5 days out. But The potential is there for perhaps one more last gasp of winter to occur. Thank you, Aaron, for stopping in. I appreciate that. Yes, Melanie. Still several hours to go in Elizabethtown. No severe threats, though. How much rain for Taylorsville so far? I believe about 3 inches. What I saw up there. Yeah, about 2 to 3 inches. Still another 1 to 2 inches to go. Benoni asked. Sorry about my dog, by the way. Benoni asked, bigger than the last ones? No comment at this point. No comment at this point. Burkesville, you still have a few hours till it gets to your location. By that time, it should be dying down quite a bit. Again, flash flooding is going to be the main threat, folks. Lynn, thank you for your 20 stars. I appreciate your kindness. I do want to point out that the special weather statement that was originally up for Scottsville has been canceled. So again, this part of the line is beginning to fall apart. We really only have this last gasp of the line right here in Bowling. Golly. Oh my goodness. That had to be close. Did y'all hear that? If you all saw the camera shaking, that was from the thunder. That was insane. No, Matter Grace, you don't have to drip falses tonight. And by the way, most snow amounts tomorrow will be about 1 to 2 inches. Susan, they're not good. They have not improved. How fast is it moving? About a 40 to 50 mile per hour. Last time I checked. Let's go ahead and check one more time here. Yeah, about 55 mile per hour. Yeah, that was a long one, Radcliffe. Yeah, it was. What is this blinking for? Okay. Yes, range, but you still have a lot of rain to still go out there in London. That's correct, Medicine. So again, our grounds are so saturated, guys. It's going to take a long time for this water to go away, and we have snow tomorrow morning to worry about. Perhaps a little bit of rain to go on Tuesday. Perhaps a little bit of snow on Thursday. So we have a lot of liquid still to go. It's going to be a bad week. Do I live in Bowling Green, Kentucky? No, I live up here toward Elizabethtown and Radcliffe. Yeah, pretty much. Brownsville's in the clear. You're still going to have strong thunderstorm activity, but from an overall severe threat, yes. Becky still got a couple of hours there, but again, flash flooding still ongoing. I do want to check on the flash flood warning, see if they've updated anything just yet for those warnings there. Turn off these radars real quickly. Yeah, so let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 114 out of the 120 counties in Kentucky right now are either under a flash flood warning or a flood warning or a combination of both. So to say this has been quite the historic event might be an understatement. You're not going to see this again for a very long time. Hopefully ever. But you're not going to see this again for a very long time. Flash flooding is becoming a very, very, very impactful threat that will impact lives if you're out in it. So please do not travel. Please do not travel tonight. Yes, this will finish as snowfall tomorrow morning for most folks. Between 4 a.m. to 10 a.m. Eastern time, this will finish as about a 1 to 2 inch snowmaker. I can't believe that tornado watch is still up. My goodness. It looks like that. Also, it looks like this sail toward Bowling Green going toward Glasgow is beginning the weekend as well. I feel like we'll see this turn into a special weather statement here soon. Yeah, Anthony. So you're still under that severe risk until that tornado watch is dropped, or until this front edge gets past you here in the next hour and a half or so. But once again, want to reiterate the flash flooding and flooding is the absolute main priority. Laura, probably not until 4 or 5 a.m. Eastern time. Yes, flash flood warning just went out for the Hardin County area. And it really never is. There are no tornado warnings. Correct, Destiny. Just a regular thunderstorm in Scottsville. Now, going to sound very loud, going to look very bad, but it is not severe. Yeah, Graham, another 1 to 3 inches just from this line alone. Yes, just from this wave. All right. Yeah, I think at this point it's probably okay to end this broadcast, and the reason for that is these storms are obviously trending wetter. They're obviously trending a little bit weaker. Obviously, the tornado threat is near 0% at this point. And obviously, if there is a tornado warning that is issued or a significant thunderstorm warning issued, we will come back live on broadcast here with you. But at this point, I want to try to get to analyzing the river gauges, analyzing the flash flood guidance, and I can't really do that while live here on the broadcast with you guys. So I want to go ahead and head out to do that. Get some posts out for you on Facebook and Twitter. Again, Weather Now Kentucky on all platforms, on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. If you want to see any updates, again, we'll be posting several updates throughout the night. I'm not going to bed. I'm not going anywhere. But I do want to hop off the broadcast, give myself a little bit of a break to catch my breath. Now that we have a moment here, also just kind of analyze where we're at, where we're going throughout the next several hours. But again, I want to reiterate, there is no immediate threat at this point. Even this warning here for Bowling Green, Smiths Grove, Park City, Glasgow, and Highsville, this warning looks probably be allowed to be expired in the next 8 minutes or so. Again, that looks to be weakening as well. So I do want to reiterate, there is no immediate imminent danger or threat at all anywhere in Kentucky aside from the flash flood. Aside from the flash flooding. You're going to see wind gusts off and on between 35 to 50 mile per hour. We're going to see intermittent heavier rainfalls. But as far as the real severe stuff, tornadic activity, I just don't see that. I don't see that. Never understood why that watch got issued. I don't understand why it's still up right now. But nonetheless, I'll be here for you guys. If anything does pop off, don't worry. You guys know we'll be back here live with you guys. You know how we roll. We're not going anywhere. Just taking a break. Just taking a break. Anyway, I'm George Herbig, Chief Forecaster. You're here with Weather Now Kentucky. Thank you for all the new subscribers, followers, all the likes, the shares, everything. I appreciate you guys and your support so much. Hopefully, we've done great by you with keeping you guys updated on what to expect. Again, until next time we meet each other, I'm George Herbig, Chief Forecaster here with WNK. Stay safe.